Shadows of a laugh now buried deep begin to weep. Built a castle on illusions, watching it decay. Delusions of grandeur crumbling day by day. Raging in the mirror, fists against the glass. Can't face the shattered pieces of a tarnished past. Betrayal in the air, well it thickens like a brew. Every friendly smile turning coldly into two. Specters of detractors celebrating in the night, falling from the pedestal in an endless flight. Everyone's abandoning the sinking ship so fast, losing grip on reality, can't outrun the past. Anger is a wildfire burning through his veins, staring at the sky, screaming out in vain. Crowd of traitors gathering and they want the throne, while he's left clutching to fantasies alone. Dreams of grandeur broken, scattered on the floor. Reality's a prison with no exit door. Angry eyes searching for someone to blame, but it's just reflections twisting in the shame. Specters of detractors celebrating in the night, falling from the past all in endless flight. Everyone's abandoning the sinking ship so fast, losing grip on reality, can't outrun the past.
In the heart of the cold dark north, where secrets twist and shadows morph, the stalker's eyes, they're fixated still. On the screens he conquers at his will. He's Derek, not Derek, you better know. Demanding respect in whispers low. With each click, his world does spin. In a web of lust he's drowning in. Buffalo Bill with a twisted thrill. Online whispers, they're haunting still. With each click, his world does spin. In a web of lust he's drowning in. Buffalo Bill with a twisted thrill. Online whispers, they're haunting still. Cyber jungle, he prowls at night. Cameras live under neon light. He's a phantom in the digital air, plucking nerves and pulling hair. Dangerous offender caught in a spree. His heart's a cage, but he holds the key. Derek IP with a darkened soul, emptiness swallows him whole. Threads of desire tightly wound, and in abyss he's deeply bound. He stalks like shadows never sleep. In the silence secrets keep. Through the screens he's walking tall, mind a prison with no wall. wall.
He's drowning in film is a twisted thrill. Online whispers that haunting still. Cyber jungle he prowls at night. Killers live on the neon light. He's a phantom in the digital air, plucking nerves and pulling hair. Dangerous offender, caught in a spree. His heart's a cage, but he holds the key. Derek IP with a darkened soul. Emptiness swallows him whole. Threads of desire tie me wound, and an abyss sees deeply bound. He stalks like shadows never sleep. In the silence secrets keep. Through the screens he's walking tall. Mind a prison with no wall. Echo loud, he's a king without a crown. Phil's fortress is burning down. Detractor wins without a sound. Dash fires flames, can't be tamed. Phil's excuses are all the same. Tears fall, but who's to blame? Dash fire keeps playing the game. In the night, the battle's fought. Dark side Phil's plans will rot. Words cut deeper than a shot. Dash fire's too hot. Feedback loop, both endless waves. They'll stop Phil's plans will rot. Words cut deeper than a shot. Dash fire's too hot. Feedback loop of endless rage. Phil's stuck inside his cage. loud. He's a king without a crown. Phil's fortress is burning down. Detractor wins without a sound. Dash fire's flames can't be tamed. Phil's excuses are all the same. Tears fall, but who's to blame? Dash fire keeps playing the game. Control the haters, the algorithms are rigged. But truth is hard, a bitter pill, a consequence unfake. He built his throne on lies, on curated, kept the scams out. Dash fire's burning bright, exposing all the shams. Crash out, king, your reign is done. The empire's crumbling down. Dash fire's lit the match, the fire spreading through the town. No more painted bodies, no more crocodile tears. The reckoning is here, fueled by all these wasted years. Crash out, king, your pockets bleed. Your image in the dirt. You built your castle on sand, and now it's getting hurt. So scream and rage and bend, it won't change what's been shown. Your lies are unraveling, your true colors have grown.
What is going on, guys? What is going on? We are back for another DSP weekend review where we're going to look at the dumb moments from Darkside Phil. We're going to look at him crashing out over Asmin Gold, the FGC, talking about detractors getting Thanos snapped. We're going to talk about the wage quits, the rage quits. We're going to talk about him getting $2,000 on a stream and then saying, that's not good enough, I'm still going to beg for money. Plus, we're going to go over the PC crash stream. We're going to go over him being spotted in the wild and a picture being revealed with a fan. And you know, the dents are definitely something. So how you guys been? How's your weekend, guys? Oh, the quartering is such an idiot. He has no idea. Remember, guys, it's all going to blow over by May 4th. Well, that's come and gone, and it's still here, buddy. And also, if you haven't seen it, I also did a stream, Detractors Game Night, Episode 2 with Mr. Ludacris and also H-Bomb, where we played Shift at Midnight. It was a great watch, great time. Go check that out. I also played, I think it's still up on Twitch and Kick. I played the game, The Skin Stapler, just came out. That was a fun time, too. Oh, thank you, Sid Grim, for membership there. Thank you so much for that. And man, oh man, is the alerts not working? Lyda Grim, thank you so much, my friend. 9 months, thank you so much. But we're going to start off today. Why is this not working already? There we go. We're going to start off today. It seems like DSP's best buddy, Asmin Gold, has turned against him once again. As we see Asmin Gold now laughing at DSP, begging for money, and this is going to lead to later on in the week, DSP crashing out saying he doesn't care what Asmin Gold thinks or says about him.
Do you like Power World?
Okay. I'm asking you this question honestly for a reason.
It or not?
I'm here to entertain. I'm here to do things that make you have a good time and make you want to reciprocate with support. If I've played this game for an hour and I've made $40, okay?
That's really good. That's $40. That's what do you mean?
It's not like, oh, it's not increasing. In the last hour, I'm not even kidding, in the last hour, since we started, Jeremy Gunn had done the $10 super chat, and then within an hour, I made $7. Okay? If people don't care for the game, then let's just do something else. If that's the case, I wasn't ever committing to playing this game long term. I want you to understand that. Like, this was not something that we committed to. You know what I'm saying? If you guys find the game boring, dull, not interesting, and you don't care about me doing an open world exploration game like this, then we don't have to play it again. We could just chill for the next hour.
Okay, you guys aren't giving me any money. All right, game's over. It's over. Nope, we're turning it out. No, you didn't like it. No, if you liked the game, you would have given me money. Do you
And I feel like this is going to lead to Asmin. You are someone whom we have HBME, but Phil doesn't care about Asmin, right? That is true. He doesn't care at all. And then Power World, even though he quit the game, he wage quit it. He puts this out on YouTube. FYI, my Power World TCG box arrived today. These cards are blowing up. Boxes are now selling for 3 to 4 times the value. Wow, I wonder why you're doing this, Phil. I wonder why you're doing this. And hits are ranging from $50 to $200, and it's rapidly increasing. We can start opening these packs tomorrow if you want, aka give me money. But I also have One Piece and Lorcana arriving soon. That is right. He's going to have multiple card openings. Remember, guys, he's not addicted. Not at all, dude. And then last year, he was all about Ethan Ralph saying he's a good guy and people misunderstood him and that the trolls just make up stuff about him. Well, you flash forward a year and now DSP is saying, I don't want anything to do with him. All he does is drama. Why would he want to be on my show? Why would I want to be on his show? It's amazing. It's amazing how things change in such a short time.
Would I consider going on the kill stream to celebrate recent dubs? Ethan Ralph has literally never contacted me behind the scenes for any kind of association whatsoever. I don't think he has a single desire to have me on his show. I don't think that he thinks it would add anything. I don't think that anything that he talks about or covers is anything that I am associated with. Why on earth would he want me on his show? Right? Does he not just constantly do content like drama content? You know, that kind of stuff. I don't do it. So why would he ever want me as part of his content? Right?
Yeah, guys, he doesn't do drama except for when it's LTG and Wings Redemption and Kino Casino and Keemstar and Boogie and all these other people. He doesn't do drama at all. By the way, he had I almost called him Asmin Gold. He had Ethan Ralph on his Christmas special talking about being cat dads, and also had him on Smart Guys. Zippy, this card thing. DSP picks the most fucking boring things ever. That is so true. Bill, now guys, I need money to play a game. Yeah, even though it's his job to play a game, you have to pay him to play it. Big Kev, traded sweaty man JPEGs for cardboard. That is right. From digital JPEGs to physical JPEGs. And then we get to this. And we have a fan that spotted DSP in the wild. And look at this. He took a picture and you can tell. Look how old Phil looks. Look at that face right there. That is a man that does not like his life. Look at the jowls. Look at the lines on here. Oh my God. Look at the hair. It's even worse in person in HD. Yeah, Grandpa Phil. And I've been saying for a very long time, he uses filters on his OBS or his camera. And this right here proves it, because he looks even 20 years older than he does now. And then, someone pointed out, looks like a Safeway, the store. And then the person, Hydra Personal, says, it is. He looks 85, yikes, yeah. He's using filters on his streams, that is true. We can definitely tell now. Light bulb head. The guy who took the picture with Phil looks like a narc. Yeah. But it's really funny because Phil's always like, oh, I would never shop at Walmart. That's for poor people. But then he's shopping at Safeway. So you'll shop at Safeway, but not Walmart. Make that make sense, Phil. And by the way, I just want to point out the person that asked this question, what grocery store, is Frank Hassel. So it'd be funny if Frank Hassel stakes out the Safeway looking for Darkside Phil. But then again, remember, Phil has that freezer now. He doesn't really have to go out. And he can get it delivered from Safeway. So, you never know. We might have a DSP Frank Hassel crossover one day. And then someone also asked him, oh, it was Blaine Polecat. What? Was his wife there with him? I've heard she's nice. That's such a random interaction. How funny. And then Hydra, I didn't see her there that day. Maybe next time, though. So she wasn't with him out shopping. Amazing. Amazing. But Phil always says, oh, we go out, we do stuff, we do errands and stuff like that. Cat left ages ago. It's possible. It's possible. Except for that 3 a.m. call, but maybe she's gone after that. And now DSP's going to rage and say that it never happened. But then goes on to say it happened, talking about both sides this year and how it was a couple of months ago, but then also it never happened. And trolls are the obsessed one, and this person right here is the normal one. Even when Phil tries to tell the truth, he lies on himself. It's amazing how he can lie about the simplest little things in the same sentence.
Spinning the bottle kick.
For the record, this whatever you guys are talking about, I guess someone claims they met me at a supermarket. No, they didn't. Someone did meet me at a supermarket, but it was about a month ago that they recognized me and we took a picture and everything together. That was the last time. So if anyone is saying that they took a picture of me at a supermarket and met me, they didn't. They just did it. If it is true, they did it stealthily. And in my opinion, that's bizarre. Like, you can just come up to me if you see me in person and say, hey, are you DSP? Hey, what's up? Can I get a picture? Hi, how you doing? You could do that. I wouldn't be offended at all. I do it all the time. If anyone recognizes me, I'm okay with it. I find it really weird that someone would, like, stealth take a picture like it's some big deal. You guys see me every day. This is what I look like. I mean, I've shown you how I look. Look, you know. Why would you not say hello and take a picture? That's very confusing. Really, I don't get it. So, I mean, does that make any sense? Isn't that weird? Why would someone be like that? Why would someone just be like, oh, I stealthily took a picture or whatever? That's bizarre to me. Right? He took it with you and I smiled. That was a month ago. That was about a month ago. Did he just post it online now? Because that was about a month ago at the supermarket. I met someone. And I told you about it too. I told you that he recognized me, right? Maybe I didn't. Did I not tell you guys that?
And first off, I love when he goes, oh, it never happened, but it did happen. Phil, you cannot say that back to back. And then also, I love it when he says, if you see me in public, why wouldn't you want to take a picture with me? Like, he's a big celebrity in his head. And I can guarantee you, the way he blows things out of proportions, he probably went home after shopping and was like, Cat, you'll never believe this. Hundreds of people walked up to me and wanted my autograph and wanted to take pictures with me. Cat, I think I'm back. I think people love me again, Cat. This is the return, the redemption, dude. We're gonna have more money, dude. Beard looking extra patchy, my lord. That is right. Stealthy, you're right next to him. What are you on about? Yes. This interaction was the highlight of the year because he didn't embarrass himself in public. Who wouldn't be fascinated seeing a walking pig roach in a grocery store? That is right. Reminder, he has cameras scattered all around his house. He's that paranoid. Yeah, he also said, too, don't ever come up to me when you see me in public because I'm going to assume you're a troll and I will call security. But now he's like, oh, yeah, you can walk up to me, say, hey, are you DSP? Can I take a picture? You know he's so paranoid about trolls and detractors getting to him. Now, the problem is, he said he was out with his wife shopping, and here he is. So this is from the day after the picture was posted, where he talks about his day off. And let's just say it's a surprise. DSP lied again. Can you imagine that? DSP lied about the simplest thing that no one would ever know about because he's a pathological liar, and he has to make things look better about his life than they actually are because he's a hermit who never leaves the house.
We've got King Michael asking, how was the day off? Well, let's talk about that. So yesterday was my day off, and it was my only day off of the week. Therefore, it meant that I had to crush a whole bunch of stuff into the one day off that I had. We were supposed to get bad thunderstorms. Now, for the record, I live in the Pacific Northwest of the United States. We almost never get thunderstorms. It's insanely rare. We get rain, but usually the rain we get is, you know, mild to medium rain. We get a lot of it, but it's not ever heavy. We don't get thunder or lightning or a lot of heavy winds. We just don't. So when they said, oh my God, we're going to have thunderstorms, like, oh crap, well, there was some other stuff that I was planning on doing. But I said, well, because we're going to get these thunderstorms, we won't do it then. We'll have to hold off to do these other things, right? Guess what we didn't get yesterday? Any thunderstorms. They said there was an 86% chance of heavy thunderstorms. We received zero thunder zero lightning, zero wind. There was a tiny bit of rain that passed within like 5 to 10 minutes. It was like a quick downpour and it was gone. And that was it. So I planned my day around what they said was going to happen, and it was a complete waste. The good news is my wife and I did get to relax a lot. We watched, what did we watch yesterday? Jeez. We watched a zoo walkthrough, which one went to a zoo, and it was like a first-person walkthrough, so you can see a lot of cool animals in HD. We watched a few food vlogs, people who are considered like food tourists who go through like Europe and try different kinds of foods from like different countries. What else did we do? We did quite a few things. We listened to some music, some relaxing music, which was nice, like jazz music. Of course, we hung out and played with Jasper Kitty. And we had some Mexican food for dinner. I had a giant chicken fajita burrito. It's not the burrito you pick up and eat like this. It's the one you have to fork and knife because it's like smothered in sauce and stuff, but no cheese. But it was good. It was beans, rice, a whole bunch of chicken, you know, seasonings, a bunch of veggies, which was really good. So it was pretty darn good. So we had a pretty decent day. You know, it was all right. It could have been better because we had plans to do more that we canceled for no reason because the weather they claimed was going to happen never happened, right?
Yeah, so you heard it there, Phil. You heard it there about Phil. He didn't go out because the weatherman lied to him. He stayed home, listened to music, danced with Jasper, and then his wife watched other people do food vlogs and zoo walks. Why, Phil? Why would you even lie about this? This is so stupid. Like, no one would even care. Just say, I went out. I got groceries. Yeah, VR Japan visit again. Yeah, weather ruined it. Yeah, food tourism videos on his day off. We watched someone else go to the zoo. Pretty interesting, I mean, yeah. He's obsessed with cars and food. What the actual fuck? Well, he's a man-child. He's a 15-year-old boy trapped into a 68-year-old man's body. And then he would start complaining about the Pokemon and the card community, complaining about him scamming people and grifting. And it's the same thing he does every single time, especially with the FGC, is that they're jealous. They're worried. They're going to ruin their streams, and their streams are at risk because the way he is running his streams. That is right. He thinks he's going to put all the other card openers out of business because he's doing it better than them. Holy shit, Phil. Get your head out of your ass. I guess that is the narcissism in it, though. And you never guess this, how his addiction for physical JPEGs has gotten out of control. He's going to now list all the different cards that he has to open, but not only that, he's going to say he has spent so much money on these cards, and you, yes, you, better start supporting so he can open those cards that he's going to keep and you just look at, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, TCG madness has officially hit. Not only are we hitting a stride with trying out new kinds of sets rather than just Pokemon, but for those who don't know, it has officially happened. Pal World Card Mania is here. Not only do I have my box, but the hype has exploded. These cards are very sought after right now. Crazy value. Scalpers are going wild. We're going to talk all about it because actually the scalpers tried to pull a fast one and then kind of got slapped back a little bit, which is a good thing. It's all about Pal World today, or is it? Because ladies and gentlemen, not only do I have my box of Pal World booster set, but also I've got 2 more kinds of cards coming today, and they will arrive likely during this stream. So the question is, who's interested? First of all, yeah, who's interested? And what are they? And what do we do? We're gonna go to so many options at this point. I don't even know where to start. So we'll talk all about it. Ladies,
I wonder how many binders he has filled up now. He has at least, I think, 3 or 4 for the Pokemon. And then he has at least 1 for the other one. So he has the Pokemon. He has the Final Fantasy ones. He has the Marvel. He has the Pal World. He has the was it Licorian or Licorian, the Disney ones. And then he also, guys, spoiler, he also has one for Yu-Gi-Oh! And we will get to that, don't worry about that. It's been well established he's delusional. Everything comes out of him is considered dented ramblings. That is true. Kevin's stream yesterday reminded me of this clip of Phil trying to make fun of Pokemon card collectors and how things have changed. Oh yeah, he also made fun of Boogie. for doing Magic the Gathering card openings and packs and all that, but yeah, he's doing it too. And this is something that Phil does every single time. Whenever he puts up a poll and the answer is not what he wants it to be, he automatically goes, well, the trolls ruined the poll. I'm not doing this. I'm just going to do what I want. And Phil, all he wants with these polls is for people to tell him that he's right. You're doing everything correct, Lord. Please, please just do what you want. We don't care, dude. We'll throw money at you. But of course, he tries the Steiner math. Well, the trolls did this, and then that means this is off by that, and this and this. And it is something. What is going on, BR Mets?
So, the poll completed, and I can already tell you that the poll was absolutely dominated by trolls. And the reason I say that is because what they do is they sit in their stupid chats and servers and restreams, and they all talk to each other. And already people told me that people voted for Lorcana overwhelmingly because they think that Lorcana will not work. They actually think that the Lorcana cards are not going to be interesting because it's Disney. And they think that people aren't going to, want to contribute to see me unpack the Lorcana cards. So they all voted overwhelmingly for Arcana, okay? Or Lorcana, excuse me. Which is funny. To be frank with you, the Lorcana cards, yeah, some of the normal cards don't look great, but the hits look amazing. Like, seriously, they're really good quality cards. I just find it funny that people, hate on Disney. Like, I remember years ago when I played Disney Dreamlight Valley, right? And people were like, it's a kiddie game. No one's going to like it.
The only reason you played that game, Phil, was for Derek. Derek was the one that kept pushing it. Oh, by the way, go fuck yourself, Derek.
And then it ended up being a hit for a while. People really liked it and were supporting it and wanted more. They don't get it. They're very simple-minded people, these trolls. To be honest with you, I think that Lorcana will work. But to be honest, the second place winner was Pal World. And I think that the majority of legit viewers voted for Pal World. And then the trolls came in and troll voted Lorcana. I don't know what do you want to do? Like, I really don't know what to do. Like I said, my personal choice would be to do Power World and then maybe do Lorcana after, because we just did One Piece, right? And One Piece, the next box I think will be great, but we don't have to rush into it. We can take our time before we get back to One Piece. You know what I'm saying? I think that that might be the way to go.
A few moments later.
Mercury Play says, well, why are you interested in Power World? You dropped the game. I like the game. I really do. I would have kept playing it if we could have gotten interest for it, and we just didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, we tried, and we could not retain interest. I don't know what to tell you. People weren't showing up and supporting the streams. So I literally said, let's not play, let's just hang out. And I hung out for an hour, and you guys flood supported the stream, and we ended up opening packs and everything. So that's what I mean. Like, sometimes the game doesn't work. You just want to hang out with me instead, and we do, and it works. So I'm not going to go back to that game, to be honest. I've already tried it twice, and both times had exactly the same result. People told me it was boring and wouldn't support it or show up for it, so I gave up. I mean, there's not much I can really do about that. So, yeah. So, I guess, I would say either Pal World or Lorcana will be the next box. I think the Pal World cards are really exciting right now because no one knows the value. It'll be interesting to see what the hits look like because no one knows what they look like. And the pricing is completely unknown. No one knows what these things will go for. So, I could get a card here that looks amazing and it's worth nothing. I could get a card that looks like shit and it's worth thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? Like, no one knows anything. I say Pal World. How about that? First thing we're going to do is open Pal World. Now, the good news is there's only 12 packs in the Pal World box. The packs are 7 cards each, right? And in regards to this, likely we're going to be done with them sooner rather than later, right? Even on a slow day around here, I still open a few packs. So we're going to be through Pal World. And then if you guys want Lorcana next, I'm down for that. Why don't we do Pal World first, which will be done quickly. That way we hit them when the hype is real for them, because the hype is real for them right now. And then we try Lorcana. That's what I think we should do. And then after that, we determine, do we open the One Piece? Do we go back and finish the Pitch Black box? I think that's what we should do. Okay? Okay, cool.
Yeah, again, it's Snort Korea. The polls are rigged. He uses Brunel-style Steiner math, and he gets what he wants. And then Meowblock pointed this out. The begging got so bad, he held up the box of Power World cards for 10 minutes, like actual 10 minutes, to beg people, give me money so we can open these. Yeah, that was really exhausting. What's going on, Next Gen Guy? How you doing, my friend? Yeah, you can't like every game, Phil. You just don't want to piss a whale off. Yeah, that's what happened. I think that's what happened with 1 Minute Man, besides his political stuff. And we're gonna jump along the timeline here, so you're gonna see some stuff that's a little bit out of order, but it makes sense overall. And again, just saying that the other card holders stream who open up packs, they ignore his success. So he's now telling people, all the other people that open up packs, they're jealous of him and they ignore his success because they're being overshadowed by him. He thinks he's the biggest pack opener on the internet. Delusion of grandeur. And if you think still that he is not addicted, he has now bought 3 or 4 different packs of cards and says, and this is really interesting, we will not run out unless you give me thousands of dollars, which that's a red flag right there. And not only that, this will match up with something else in the video because the day after, he gets whaled out and you'll never believe how much he gets whaled out of. What's going on, Lord Diaz? How you doing, my friend? And listen to Phil say, we're not going to run out unless you give me thousands of dollars.
Other good news, and this is finally good news for me. I will have so many cards this week, I won't have to order anymore. Every single week, I always think I have more than enough, and then we burn through them, and I have to order right away in a panic trying to get stuff. I'll finally have so many that there's no possible way that we can run out this week unless you guys give me thousands of dollars a day. Anyway, other good news.
He is literally spending thousands of dollars at a time on cars now. Still no honeymoon. Still no PC for his wife. Also, the stuff in his house is also falling apart and rotting too. But if you think about it, all the money from the cards, all the money from the Vestreak, all the money from Asmin Gold, from Kino Casino, it all went to his background. He refuses to do an adult thing and take care of his house, take care of his wife, take care of his cat, get the blood work. Yeah, he was being serious. He wants thousands of dollars a day. And that's what DSP does too, is he will make a joke. If it lands, oh, I'm serious about it. Oh, that's cool. It worked out. If it doesn't land, oh, it's just a joke. I wasn't serious, dude. I honestly want him to be addicted to physical JPEGs even more. Because with all of his grifts and scams, it'll run dry sooner and later. His meltdown will be glorious. Well, the other thing too, so if he has physical JPEGs and he's showing it off on stream and saying, I'm not selling it, guess what's going to happen in Bankruptcy 2.0? They're going to look at all these streams and go, oh, Mr. Brunel, you have all these cars that are worth money. Why don't you sell them? And this bankruptcy will be different from the other bankruptcy because during the last one was during the pandemic with COVID. So what bankruptcies can do is randomly show up your house and actually audit stuff in your house on the spot without even telling you. But they couldn't do it during COVID. So he got very lucky with that. Because if you think about it, all those unsealed games, the consoles, the cards, the statues, the collectibles that are in his house during bankruptcy that he said he didn't have, he would have been so screwed if they would have showed up one day and he started looking at every single thing in there. He's never serious about asking for money, and yet he has more terms and conditions than a credit card when it comes to begging that he... Oh yeah, and all the wrist rests. Like, can you imagine? He goes, oh guys, I'm just joking. I'm just joking while you give me thousands of dollars a day and support. It's okay. Just give what you can. Don't go overboard. And then low support. Support the fucking stream. Why are you not supporting? This is my job. Support, dude. Like, Phil, you wonder why people hate you. And look at this. As soon as he did that, look who comes out. ICS's stock account, Alex Silva, $100. By the way, super chat, which means that's actually 70 and even less if you did it on mobile. Looking forward to the new sets and box of TCG. Love the variety as you continue to excel as a content creator. Keep up the great work, Phil. Okay there, ICS. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate that. Now, this is peak irony here. where DSP is going to say he doesn't play mobile games ever again. He quit them a while ago, even though a couple months ago he said he plays them when he's bored. And when he first moved Cat in, he said, well, I'm going to quit all of them except for when I'm bored. He's now saying, I completely cut them out. I don't have any addiction to them. I'm not spending money on them. I'll never spend money ever again on mobile games. I've learned my lesson. Phil, history is repeating itself. Just in this case, instead of digital JPEGs, you're spending all your money on physical JPEGs.
Okay? And it's funny because people are like, the mobile game lecture from DSP Gaming. I don't play mobile games anymore. At all. I don't have a single mobile game on my phone, nor will I ever. I have no desire to play them, and I'm never spending another dollar on a mobile game ever again. I'm done with them. I've learned my lesson. I moved on. I'm not going to do that crap anymore. There you go.
Now, I want to point out, there is now the Pokemon Champions mobile game. There's the Pal World card game mobile game. There is a Final Fantasy mobile game. And look at all the things that he's spending money on for cards. Pokemon, Final Fantasy, MTG, Yu-Gi-Oh! All games that have mobile attachments to them. Amazing how that works out. And then we have Diaper Shit and Phil Vlogs, which is Dick Stroke and Phil. The man who isn't addicted to gambling currently has ordered 5 booster packs of Pokemon, Pal World, One Piece, and Disney Lorcana. He's not addicted. He could stop anytime. So imagine spending all this money and then begging for more when you're not getting enough. He has such an addictive personality. When he gets a little taste, all of a sudden, he can't control himself. It's like the Green Goblin comes out. What's going on? Darkside Bird Real. How you doing, my friend? How you doing? And this tells you how his addiction has gone out of control. Is that he got a misprint on the Pal World box. Now, this usually happens in the first run of something, but it also, over time, makes them more valuable. And as Egypt points out here, tagging Broside Phil, bro, Phil has made Dapper utterly speechless. The man literally has himself a one-of-a-kind Pal World, at least limited, card boost box. That's a misprint. The box itself says Pal World or something, a misprint, one that will pay itself in a few years. Then goes on to say, but the way that it would stay profitable is if he doesn't take the plastic off. And guess what he did? He took the plastic off because he wanted to make $50 a pack. DSP Dents don't give a F. That is true. Do you think DSP Dents will ever learn what needs to happen for them to stop giving him money? The pignosis is real. Well, there is 2 sections of Dents. There are the casual Dents that see DSP in a little clip, then come to the live stream, give him money, saying, oh, hey, how's it going, DSP? And once DSP turns toxic towards them, they leave. They know, okay, this guy's bad. I'm out of here. Those are rotating door Dents. But then you have the diehard, dented for life Dents. You know, your ICS, your OIC, your Timbo Slice, your Canadian Kirk, your Slayer, all those people, no matter how DSP treats them, they will never leave. Because they see DSP like a brother, like a friend, and they will never abandon him, dude. Timbo Slice went bankrupt 3 times and looks like he's going for a 4th time just to own the trolls and support DSP's lifestyle. Those are people that will never, ever get it. And unfortunately, one day, they will learn that they made a huge mistake when they have no money or there's an emergency. Their car breaks down if they even take a car, Jack's Rackster. There's going to be a family emergency. There's something that comes up. They won't have the money and be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have spent that money on Phil, but at least he owned the trolls, dude. They are dumb as hell. And speaking of dumb as hell, we have Stock and Tiger Timbo, $85 after the 300 or 400 last week. And I'm not even going to read his message here because it's schizo right there. And then we had Hydra P on August 2nd wail out on DSP. And would you look at that? When was his account made? August 2nd, 2026. What a shock. A person that's never chatted ever in the chat joined the same day and gave him hundreds of dollars. Who could have seen that coming? Who? Now, guys, let me know in the chat here. Do you like your steak rubbery? Or how do you like your steak? Do you like it well done? Do you like it rare, ultra done? Because apparently the DSP, the only good steak is rubbery.
They actually did not overcook the steak. You know, good steak is supposed to be a little rubbery in there. It does. It actually does.
I don't know about you, but I'm not going to eat steak that's rubbery. That seems like it's a pretty bad thing. And then we have DSP tries it. And look at the clown faces. Remember, guys, he doesn't put on a character. He doesn't ham it up. He doesn't put on these soy joy faces. But look at him here. Look at the face. Look at the children's entertainer. Look at this. Every single time he has to clown it up with these emotions and these faces. Like an alien trying to be human. But remember, guys, when he does it, it's good. When anyone else does it, they're trying to be predators to the audience. They're trying to scam them. They're trying to clickbait. Of course, rules for thee, not for re. Yeah, ham it up. And this tells you about Hellside Phil here. Buys Philly cheesesteak to try. Buys 2 backup items. Eats the backup items first. And as Poems Past points out, I don't think that's how a backup is supposed to work, Phil. Yeah, usually the backup you eat last. But Phil, he always does everything ass backwards. He always has to look at himself in a camera. That is true. He's obsessed and loves himself. Then he puts this as a title with that face too. Can a fast food Philly be good? Let's find out. And I say, that's his new nickname. Whenever he does DSP tries it, his name is Fast Food Philly. And again, he says, I don't care what the trolls say. I don't pay attention to what they say. They're all idiots, blah, 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 even though he goes on rants after rants after rants of detractors. And the narcissism in him says, there's no way anyone could hate me because I'm the greatest here, dude. And this is narcissism. He believes there's nothing he can do to sway people's opinion because he's perfect the way he is. He thinks the problem is with everyone else and how brainwashed they are. And now he's saying the people that hate on him are not real. They're fake.
Because people who criticize me aren't real. They're fakes. They're phonies. Just like people who say, Phil didn't lose any weight, or Phil didn't actually change his diet or do anything healthy. But then when they try to justify what's going on with the fact that I'm much skinnier, I actually have muscles now and everything. Oh, well, you see, he's on steroids, and he's on Ozempic, and he's on this. What are you talking about?
Phil, I've never seen any detractor that has accused you of being on steroids. And when they look at you, do you actually think you look like you're on steroids, Phil? Because that is far beyond narcissism. That is far beyond delusion. If you think you look like you're on steroids, you need to be locked up. You need the people to come with the white jacket, lace you up, straighten you up, tie you up, throw you in a loony bin because you are absolutely delusional. Delusions are supplemented by other people. It's always the individual themselves to talk themselves into believing all the nonsense. Yeah, well, remember, DSP always, his ideas, what he wants to play, what he wants to do, comes from a lot of people. When it's just like 1 or 2 people. And DSP is the definition of delusion. Now, this is very interesting. Because if you say anything about him, DSP, he bans you on the spot. Won't even read your message. So someone gives a message to DSP, I think it's a membership, insults Cat. And DSP laughs about it and says, well, if you're going to insult my wife, actually spell her name and use the right words. So you're monetizing people hating your wife and making fun of her, but you're going to ban anyone that makes fun of you. And also keep in mind too, he banned the word cat and a bunch of other stuff, so people can't actually use the actual words. And Kick is supposed to be the section where people go to troll you, because remember, you make fun of him and it's okay. He makes money off of it. He's not going to do anything. But now, oh, that did not last very long, unless he flip out, because people did not insult his wife the right way.
So, Cad is obese. Oh, it's supposed to be, you're trying to insult my wife, but it's so lame because you didn't even use the words. You were too pathetic to use real words. If you're going to insult my wife, at least have the balls to really do it. What a pathetic loser. Seriously, what an actual pathetic loser. He couldn't even use the real word.
Now, I can only imagine, because a lot of people have speculated that Kat is very sick. That's why she's been, off stream, all the medical stuff, there's appointments. I can't imagine, as a wife, seeing your husband insult you like that while you're dying of some disease. Like, that's absolutely next level crazy. Yeah, yikes. The ban, gone forever meme will be timeless, especially because wearing the Nazi hat. Yeah, that is true. Now, guys, gotta talk about this. What's going on with the low support, dudes? DSP gets $250, and everything of that, minus $7, was made on the pre-stream. And now he's saying, even though you gave me $250, you only gave me $7 since I started playing the game. And Phil, if you have a goal of $150 or $250 now, and you get it, you shouldn't complain at all. You got your goal. But you're now complaining they haven't given you enough, even though you got everything you've wanted for the stream.
So here's the thing. I don't even know what I'm doing, because I was thinking if I would play it 2 days in a row. People really liked it, but you guys are kind of on the fence about it. So I don't know. Should we do it again tomorrow or not? I mean, it stands to reason. Let's be honest here. I've been playing the game for over 2 hours, okay? During that 2-hour period, all right, I received 500 kicks from 220, and I just got a $2 tip. This person says, for better or worse, ironically or unironically, you deserve a position in the inaugural YouTube Hall of Fame due to influence, relevancy, and staying power alone. Well, thank you for $2. But as you can see, that tip right there, right? Thank you for that, by the way. And the kicks from 220 have nothing to do with the game. So I played this game for over 2 hours, and I received $7 of support in 2 hours for the game. Now, the stream is well supported, but it all came before. So the question is, do you guys like this game and want it more or not? Are people actually legit bored after 2 hours? So,
and I believe this was for the brand new game. I think it's called Beast of Reincarnation or something like that. He wage quit this game on day one. Is Kat having a bad reaction to the Ozempic? There's been speculation. I'm not going to say for sure because we don't know. There's been speculation that she has diabetes. There's been speculation that she's having bad reactions. There's speculation that the cancer thing is real with thyroid cancer. There is speculation that there's other health issues going on, blood related. But the general consensus is that there's possibly something wrong with her, and that's why she's not going out grocery shopping with him, not going out with errands, staying home all the time, not working as much. So there's something going on there. Yeah, that money is far more than you deserve, Philip. That is true. And guys, when he was doing mobile games like at the height of like over $100,000, you have to keep something in mind. That $100,000 was just him individually on WWE Champions. He also admitted to playing like 12 other mobile games. And on top of that, his wife was also playing and spending money on mobile games. So probably closer between him, the other games, and his wife. He probably spent like $300,000-$400,000 on mobile games altogether. he now says his wife wants to buy Disney cards with him as well. That is right. Not only is he addicted to the physical JPEGs, he has now got his wife addicted to the physical JPEGs, which means more money, more cards, more problems. American average consumer, that is right. And guys, you'll never believe this. So he had a low supported day, but then at the very last minute, Final Fantasy, he gets two, not just one, but two anonymous $500 tips. So that's $1,000 from one person at the very last moment of the stream. But also, it didn't stop there. He then gets $1,000 tip from the same person. So this person, at the last minute of the stream, gave Phil $2,000. Of course, he went into, I'm a success. See how great I am? Everyone's jealous of me. But you know what that means, guys? More cards to rip and tear. And look at this. So without that $2,000 from the one person, he would have been at $143. And man, oh man, Phil, if you have to rely on one person to carry your stream, you are done. Like, this is not going very well. Might as well bring that money or burn that money. OIC style tipper, baiting Kiwi Farm's reaction like an estrogen fueled maniac. Yeah, like, it's funny because if you look at like this year, 2026, compared to, let's say, the previous 5 years, if you go back 5 years before, they'd be like, oh, that sucks. Oh, well. And be like, oh, we got $2,000. Who would support this? Now in 2026, it's like, oh my God, he got $2,000. He could spend that right away. There's no way he's saving that. Oh my God. And his dents are just going to have to give him more money after that. Ha 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 ha. Like we're just laughing at it. And there's no reaction because what OIC, ICS wants is a reaction, anger reaction. They want attention and they're not really getting it. People are like, oh yeah, this is the usual. People are so desensitized to ICS and OIC that they're like, oh yeah, this is a normal thing. Nobody's really like going out of the way, be like, who is this person? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh yeah, that's ICS. No big deal. Alt covered this. It was a Kiwi Farms dent showing up the trolls up. Oh. But guys, you're never going to believe this. So, he got the $2,000, and what does he do immediately? Does he buy a new PC for his wife that apparently has been bricked? Nope. Does he fix something in the house? Nope. Does he get anything for his cat son? Nope. DSP does what DSP does. That is right. Goes to his addiction. He got $2,000, and the next day, he says it's already spent on cards and gone to fees and taxes. Of course, in the past, when his mobile addiction was out of control, he'd always say that the money goes to fees and taxes. Now he's saying he spent $2,000 on physical JPEGs and possibly digital JPEGs. That is right. In a span of 24 hours, he already spent that $2,000. Yeah, OIC has posted on Kiwi Farms multiple times before a baiting reaction from people. This is literally OIC's modus operandi, including red herrings about working for Raytheon. It was Ryan 100%. Yeah. Well, the whole thing is, like I said, everyone's desensitized to OIC and ICS because nobody cares. They're just laughing at it. And they're like, oh yeah, that's just him. That's just OIC. Oh yeah, he's going to save DSP this stream. If you go back 5 years, they're like, oh my God, is someone going to save the stream? Oh, it's him. Yeah, that's him. Nobody cares. And Phil, that's the biggest problem with any streamer is when people stop caring about your streams or your brand or your identity. That's when things go downhill even faster and you lose more and more momentum. And that means less people watching, means less people supporting. And he's even going to go on to say that he's had the most supported stream in years and even admitting that it's all because of one single person.
The reason this is unprecedented, I'm actually not even playing music right now for this. This is the most supported stream I have had in years. I made over $2,000 on tonight's stream of Final Fantasy VI, mostly due to one person who tipped me ridiculous amounts of money. Because of this, I owe a ridiculous amount of card unpackings, okay? But there's no way I could do them all tonight. It's already 9:40 p.m. I can't be here ultra late. I was actually ultra here.
I hate YouTube for not going through with the bot and multiple account ban they mentioned years ago. It would have been so funny how dense like ICS can't use sock accounts anymore to deflate Phil's ego. I believe that is when Susan was in charge of YouTube. But then now we have Neil in charge of YouTube, which is making some very interesting AI choices. One single person who hasn't even donated to doing it to support him. This is my most supported in years. Also, give me more money. I need. Oh, trust me, buddy, we're gonna get there. All the money he still hasn't owed the casino by saying he could make 30 or 3,000 stream without them. That is right. All down in the money pit, the bottomless pit. And now he's worried though, because yesterday he got $2,000 and he's worried though that today is gonna be a slow stream, but he needs you support. Support right now, dudes.
Amazing. Also, just to be honest, I had an amazing day yesterday. I guarantee you today I'm going to get like no support. Because what happens is people are like, oh, he had a great day yesterday. I don't need to support Phil's content today. That's amazing.
But it didn't stop there, guys. So right after that, he brags that he made over $2,000 the previous night and opening 39 packs of cards. But what does he say today? Oh, I don't care if you say I made $2,000, I'm still begging for money. Too bad. I'm still gonna ask for money today. This is how he treats his audience. This is how he treats his dents. This is how he views them as ATMs. He doesn't view them as human beings watching his content, liking it, supporting it. No. He views them as give me money. If you don't give me money, get out of here. And he's going to make one of the most grossest statements here saying that I don't care. If you're going to say something about me, ask for money after $2,000, I'm still going to do it. Absolute scumbag alien.
But the thing is, today, there's nothing I can do. We're about to open 39 packs of cards in an episode of DSP Pack Ribs. And then I'm going to have 3 left for the rest of the day. Okay? So, obviously, with the overwhelming amount of support that I received yesterday, okay, Phil, you're going to be greedy if you ask for support today. Well, too bad. Support the stream. Let's go. Let's get some super chats. Let's get some subs. Let's get some kicks. Let's get some memberships. And let's get some tips. All right. You know I had to do it, right? You know I had to do it. But obviously, with the overwhelming amount of support I got last night, which was completely unexpected, right? Today's going to be a more laid-back day. Now, I would love to get support on the streams, but I'm not going to sit here and harp on it when I just had an over $2,000 night playing Final Fantasy VI last night, okay? If you support, I'll be very grateful. I'll still shout you out. We still have milestones. There's still 3 packs of cards to open, and there's still 2 packs of Prismatic Evolutions that I can open today. But we're about to open 39 packs of cards. I'm just saying. So it's going to be a lot. I think we're going to be carded out. This video is going to probably take 2 hours. But
remember, guys, he doesn't want the cards to be the content. He wants his gameplay to be the content. Don't forget, too, that he was on Twitch. 85% plus of his paid subs were gifted in Amazon Prime free subs. That is true. And that's when OIC came into the picture. He's blowing all sorts of money on cool gamer shirts now, huh? Bottomless greed, that is true. Nothing I could do. You made up these stupid card rules yourself, Phil, now drown in them. I had to beg, guys. I had to beg to protect my family. He had to laugh, so if anyone calls him out on it, he can say it's a joke, but he's dead serious. That is right. But can you imagine just saying that unironically to your audience that I don't care, you gave me $2,000, give me more. Like, Phil, you wonder why you're the joke of the internet like that. But guys, he did not have a good stream. Because, as you saw, he said, well, guys, I think today's going to be a slow day, then beg for more money. Well, he's not getting the money. He's at $48. And that $2,000 is already spent on cards. And he's letting his audience know, step up, give me more.
Guys, I'm playing for about another 30 minutes. If you've enjoyed today's stream, please give it a like on YouTube, and please consider supporting in some way. Anything is greatly appreciated. Thank you in advance to anyone who does. I had a feeling it would be a low support stream because we had such a great stream last night, and also because I did all those pack rips earlier. But anything is appreciated. If you like the content and you could support it, please do.
And then we have a game changer on Kick. Apparently, this is from the official Kick support. Streamers and mods, do you believe in second chances? Unbanned requests are now the activity feed. Oh, let's mute that. So what's going to happen is, I have a feeling DSP is going to get flooded with ban requests here. So look at this. Explain what happened. So remember when DSP always says, oh, you have to email me at darksidephil@hotmail.com. Now, there's unbanned requests live in the chat. So I got a feeling this is... Oh, look at Boren stream next. Oh, that's Phil's stream. I have a feeling his stream's going to get flooded with these so much that nobody could talk in them. I recently saw DSP from a nearly side-on angle. There's no doubt he's using something like Ozempic one. Oh, yeah. I have no doubt either. Because if you look at his body and you look at his face, you can tell it's Ozempic face. Yeah, he had the bag to protect his sweaty man JPEGs. Now, keep in mind, this is at the end of the week. So anything you heard before this or after this would be before this. Because remember, he's saying he's buff, he has muscles. But now he's saying at the end of the week that he's been ducking his workouts for the past like 3 weeks or so. And he's losing his gains. But at the same time, he says later on that he's gaining muscle. So make that make sense there, Phil.
Yeah, exactly. If I was 175, I would have put on exactly around 10 to 15 pounds of muscle from where I am now. That would be great. You know, right now, I actually have really good stomach going. I just need to get definition and buff it more. I need to buff up my arms. I need to buff up my shoulders, some of my back, some of my legs. Get the muscle there. Then I'm like, great, you know. But that's going to take a long time. That's going to take consistent workouts. That's going to take a lot of dedication. Right now, I'll be honest, things have been a little finicky. Things have been on and off with the workouts. They have been. I haven't been working out as regularly as I was because of life stuff going on and everything. And, you know, it just is what it is. I'm hoping that next week I want to get back on track with the regular workouts as much as I was doing before. I haven't been doing it. It's basically been on and off for like 2-3 weeks. And it sucks because I want to do it more often, but stuff keeps getting in the way.
Now, keep in mind, this is the guy who makes his own schedule, has a workout machine at home, but has no time to do it, and things get in the way. And by things get in the way, he means thumbnails, spending time with his wife, and eating DoorDash and drinking. The reason he can technically deny the Ozempic is because it's not actually Ozempic, it's a different brand. Yeah, king of semantics. It's GLP or whatever it's called. Or it's, oh, what's the other one? The one that was on the ad. Oh, Zepban or Zepbound or something like that. He did not, even if we name the exact brand he uses, though, he cannot allow anyone to win in his mind. That is right. Yeah, so everything needs to be buffed, Phil. And you're going to see later on how he's saying that he's actually gaining muscle. And that was before this. So in the same week, Phil lied about gaining muscle, but also losing. And also, if Phil ever tells you it's been on and off for about 2 or 3 weeks, that means months, not weeks. See, yeah, Zepbound, that's it, and Mojerina. Yeah, he's always downplaying anything that's bad and upplaying anything that's good. And guys, he moved on to Yu-Gi-Oh! And he's bought those. And you know who just started opening up Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards? It's Logan Paul. Imagine that. DSP sees Logan Paul open up cards and saying, oh, I can grift off this. I can piggyback off this. I can grift off Logan Paul, dude. And then he said, he's only bought them because people said they would support him to open Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is the day after the $2,000. At least Magic and Lorcana was characters he knows, but knows nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh! He's going to scan every card that has any sort of sparkle on it. That is true. And guys, you're never going to believe this either. Not only does he have Yu-Gi-Oh, he now has a binder to put all the cards inside. Keep in mind, he's never seen anything Yu-Gi-Oh! He doesn't know the characters, he doesn't know anything about it. But he's got a binder and a box of them now. DSP bought Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, but he already smells like the average fan of it too. Just kidding. I have no idea anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! Can you imagine if there's like a Digimon game and like Cowboy Eva fan just comes back? Oh. So, you remember how, guys, he would tell people, come to my kick chat after Raw Phil was banned, said, you can razz me, you can make fun of me, you can make fun of the games I play, because I make money off of you. This is supposed to be the Wild West. You can go here and say whatever you want. Well, now, if you make fun of him, which he said, you can make fun of the way I look. If you make fun of him the way he looks, you are banned forever. Imagine that. Snore Korea locking down yet again.
All right, Bunstons, enjoy your ban. Seriously, I've had it with you people who know whatever I'm currently doing is wrong. He says, oh, you looked better when you were fat. Fuck you. You're banned. Get the fuck out of here. You're an asshole. I was a fat, bloated mess, alcoholic, eating terribly. Oh, you looked better. Fuck you. Go away. No one ever wants to hear from you again. Fucking idiot. It's whatever I'm doing is always wrong. So if I'm fat, it's wrong. But then I actually lose all the weight. I'm getting healthy and muscular. Wrong. Oh, okay. How about this? Fuck you. At this point, your opinion is so irrelevant. You're a nobody. You'll never be anyone. No one cares about you. You probably have no family.
Phil, to be honest, yeah, you were very unhealthy as a fat man, but you look healthier as a fat man than a person with a light bulb shaped head, skinny arms, skinny legs, and also that fat Mr. Potato Head torso. Phil's not going to buy the expensive past sets. They are worth money. He is wasting his time and money. That is true. Well, he wastes his money on everything. And guys, another Kick improvement. So apparently, Kick's new feature, revealing active chatters, is being dubbed the ultimate destruction of view-bot and streamers. That is right. So they're now going to show you, just like on YouTube, how many active chatters there is in the chat. And one streamer with 6,000 viewers had 0 active chatters. Lightbulb head is crazy, yeah. Now this is really crazy. So Phil now says he lost money on Magic the Gathering cards because he paid $200 and only made $150 on the price of all cards in the binder. Now he's going off solely off the value of the cards. He is not considering how it was $50 to open a pack, or $100 to open a pack, or so on and so forth. So he thinks he's lost money on Magic the Gathering cards, when in fact, he's made, like what, 4 or 5 times what it cost. Of course, Phil doesn't care. All he cares about is the shiny little physical JPEG. And now, remember, in the start, we saw Asmin Gold laughing at DSP, and now someone's going to say that no one takes Phil seriously, and that they should take care of him better. Brings up Asmin Gold, Kino Casino, the usual, the trolls, all those stuff, and it's Phil being Phil.
Jen Cook, thanks for 500 kicks. He says, people don't give you enough credit. I feel like people like Asmin take you for granted after everything you did for the streaming and content industry. I have no idea what you're talking about, and I don't care. Thanks for 500 kicks. I don't give a shit. Has it not become apparent yet that I don't give a shit what people think about me? Haven't we figured this out? That I don't care what Asmin Gold says. I don't care what fucking Moist Critical says. I don't care what all my detractors say. I don't care what a fucking documentarian says. I don't care what anyone says. They can all lick my ass. I've been here before them. I'll be here after them. I'm me. Everyone, for some reason, hyper-focuses on me, fixates on me, and creates a fucking weirdo surrounding hurricane around me. Fuck them all. I do what I want, and people will like it. Tough shit. Why do I care? Like, literally what they say and do doesn't affect me. Right? It doesn't. I'm still here. I'm still successful, so fuck off.
Yeah, Phil, because, you know, you get so angry and the multiple rants tells everyone you don't care it, right? And people like Asmin Gold, they have so much money, they don't have to do this. They can stop streaming today and they will be set for life. You, on the other hand, have to beg for money. You have to be a little bitch. And you have to beg Jade and Slayer and all these people for the money because you're a bitch. Yeah, he always told Wings, you always take the bait. The way he shakes his head is more proof he's retarded. Oh, that is true. And even went on to say that the Kino mentality, the viewers, the Kino Casino themselves, are mouth-drooling morons. And he's so proud of his sick burn here from the king.
Keto something. Oh, I'm sure you have no idea what the name of the stream is. Yeah, absolutely. They're called the Kino mentally ill patients, mouth drooling, autistic retards. That's the name of the stream, I think. I think that's what it's called. Keto.
Wow, sick burn there, King. You really got them there. Wow. And to show you how he's grifting off Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a quote from DSP. Oh, there's a hyphen in Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, so he's just buying stuff that he thinks is popular that people will pay for, not being a fan of it, just be like, oh, this is popular, I can make money off of this. That tells you right there his mindset. He doesn't care about passion or love of the game. All he cares about is make that money. Yeah, yeah. Entire audience is disabled, calls other people disabled. Yeah, that is TOS, yes. Now, this is the quote of the week right here, where, remember, again, he said his kick chat should be the Wild West. They can say whatever they want because he makes money off of them. But now he's saying they're all detractors and that if they got finger snapped like Thanos, nobody would care. And this is a way for him to get around telling them to KYS them. And yeah, this is definitely against TOS.
Fuck you. I don't care. You're meaningless. You're insignificant humans. If you were finger snapped, no one would care. That's why you're sitting here trolling my chat. Because if you had a life, you'd be doing that life right now. Do you get it? But anyway.
I also love that he basically said anyone that's in his chat is a loser that has no life. If you look at Slayer, you look at Jade, you look at Canadian Kirk, you look at ICS. Okay, you know what? Maybe he does have a point. Maybe they are all losers that have no life. Why does every freeze frame make him look psychotic? Oh, because he is psychotic. I'm not crashing out. You're crashing out. The troll don't know what it worked if they didn't bring up Asmin. Bigger streamers than him keep his ego in check. I don't even think he cares about Asmin Gold anymore. King of hate, ladies and gentlemen, that is right. Now, he says something really weird here. He says, we are opening Pokemon, Dragon Ball, and Yu-Gi-Oh! I think we're turning Japanese, guys. Take from that whatever you want. And that is right, Dragon Ball Z cards. He is just picking up everything. But remember, guys, he's doing so many things, he's turning Japanese. Trolls own Phil 24/7 Cope More King. That is true. Queen Michelle as well. And now we get to the gameplay section. And DSP, who says he's a big Marvel fan. He is a major comic book fan. Gets stuck and doesn't remember the name of Carnage. Not Carnage himself, but the human that's inside. And Phil, this is a very easy one to remember. This is not like it's, you know, obscure or anything. This is a mainstream villain. And Phil, you should know this by now.
The things I do for mutant kind.
I forgot what his name was. Cletus? Cletus? What the hell's his name?
Stealing an invite counts as cheating. The world should be forfeit.
Cassady. Cletus Cassady or something like that? Or Cletus Cassidy?
Disintegrated.
Yeah, the champion kinda likes it and is letting it slide.
Man, what a big Marvel fan that he is. He definitely knows all the stuff, dude. And of course, we get to the new fighting game. Same excuses. Lag. They're cheating. And even says just a bunch of button mashing and requires no skill. See, I could take this one sentence right here. I could put it out there. And I would get so many different responses. Tekken, Street Fighter, Guilty Gear, Token. And nobody would know which one DSP's talking about because he says it in every single game. But now, the truth of the matter is here. Let's see how DSP does in the game, the brand new game. He's a 4th place Evo, #1 North America champion. Let's see how well he does in the brand new Marvel Tokon.
Aerial jab into a standing neutral, into a juggle, into this combo that doesn't end. This game is fucking terrible. Literally off of a fucking jab.
All good. Hey, check out this sweet move.
I didn't even do anything. What? From full screen, he did a super. I did nothing. It hit me full screen. I didn't even do anything. I'm just standing there down backing. It hits me. The game is terrible. I can tell you right now, the game is awful. Literally, all he did was mash buttons, and it just hit me every time. And every time he hits me, even with a little jab or hit, it's a ginormous re-juggle combo for 50% damage. What the fuck? That's your fighting game? That's a modern fighting game.
Oh, what a shock. And DSP later on would quit this game as well. And then we have this message here. Yo, Phil, I'm gonna be honest, the stream is so dead, and so is the commentary to the point where I want to turn off the stream, and the gameplay is amazing. I love how you constantly cuss your bad and can accept it. Well, of course, Phil had to respond to this.
Hey, Pog the Mog, here's the good news. If you don't like the stream, you can get banned from the chat, and now we don't have to hear you complain. Go fuck yourself. Fucking idiot. Okay.
That's right. Your attendance is way down, Phil. Let's get more people to get away from your content here. That's a smart idea right there. People push buttons to play fighting games. Oh my god, dude. He just mashed buttons and did range only from range. I don't think so. Shout out down back and nice. And of course, the first stream of Marvel was well supported and he liked the game. However, the night stream was very bad because it was low supported. And all of a sudden, he hated the game. And people were yelling at him over and over. They want to see online play. And DSP kept saying, no, I'm just going to play offline. I'm going to play the story and up against bots. And Phil kept going on about how people are tryhards. They try so hard in this game. They want to be the best. Phil, that's what you do. You have to go into the lab. You have to go and practice for like 2-3 hours so you learn everything and then go online, then complain that people are better than you. If anyone is a tryhard in fighting games, Phil, it's you. And now DSP is going to get the entire audience to hate him and ruin it by talking about money, being toxic, and being basically DSP.
For those who did, like, I know Jade and King Michael and a few others were very nice and were enjoying, thank you. But literally everyone else in my chat is toxic, yelling at me for not playing the game multiplayer, despite the fact it has single-player content. And if I start playing multiplayer, no one will ever want to see the single-player content. You see? So, I'm just sad I can't enjoy games like everyone else. Like, anyone else plays the game can do this, and it's fine. But because I got a bunch of toxic fucking dirtbags in my chat, they just talk nonsense nonstop and don't let me enjoy something. Okay? It pisses me off, and I'm going to vent now, because I have the right to say when people are toxic pieces of shit, and just say toxic things all night. Like, play online. What is he doing? Why is he losing the computer? Play online. Instead of acting like normal humans. And it pisses me off, because I've been waiting for the game to come out. I actually really like this mode. I would like to play through the other 3, but how can I do it when everyone's a toxic piece of shit? Besides a few who were very nice here, there was a few very nice people here. Outside of the few, everyone else was toxic tonight. You know? So I'm not allowed to enjoy single-player story mode like everyone else who pays for this game, apparently. Isn't that great? Anyway, so I do. Thank you, Jax. Jax is here. He had 20. Thank you, Jax. Jax is here. He had $25 super chat and says, hey, I actually did watch most of the stream and the Samurai Outrider story was great. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I did. The problem here is that there's so many toxic people that if I don't immediately go to online competitive play for a game that I don't know how to play, they just bitch. And it pisses me off because I just want to enjoy the game like every other human who gets to, but I don't get to. Instead, I got to be yelled at and treated like a fool. Well, no, fuck you. Every asshole tonight who complained all night that I wasn't playing it online, you can kiss my fucking ass. All right? I'll enjoy the game because I bought it. You didn't. If you buy the game, you have the right to go online immediately and play it. But you have no right to sit here and be a toxic dirtbag in my chat. None. Okay? So, the truth is, I don't know what I'm going to do with this game. Like, I like the episodes. I want to keep playing them. But as you can see, when I play any fighting game that's not just multiplayer, people just complain. I mean, thank you, Jax. And outside of that, thanks to the few that supported earlier, as you can see, insanely low support too, because I'm trying to play the game and enjoy it instead of just going online. I'm just tired of very small-minded individuals. I really am. Like, this game actually seems to be a game they put a lot of effort into a story that everyone should enjoy. I'm just being honest. I think it's worth playing. I think it's actually quite good. And I wish that more people would understand that. But instead of people being dicks, you know, but what can I say? But I don't know. People are just going to be toxic. Like, for example, King Crimson just said, I'd rather see you hit up training mode and learn the game rather than go online and not learn. You're right. But everyone will just complain. Everyone will just literally sit here and complain and say, I don't want to see training. I don't want to see offline. I want to see just go online. And that's because these are ignorant idiots. They just don't understand how you actually play a fighting game. You know, they don't. When I play other fighters, like, for example, if I play any one-on-one fighting game like Street Fighter, I have an installed knowledge of those games, so I can at least play at a basic level and not have to practice that much. In this game, I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand the combo paths. I don't understand property. I don't understand much. It's like starting from scratch. And it's hard because I know I'm going to have to play it offline to learn, and I'm not getting that opportunity. Like, look at tonight. You know? People won't support, unless it's me frustrated and losing, they won't support fighting games anymore. It sucks. You know, there's a few people like Jax and others who are positive, but there's a lot of toxic people out there, you know?
And Phil, you still, after almost 20 years, don't realize your appeal on the internet. Your appeal is to be made fun of. It's to watch you rage. It's to watch you quit and rant. Nobody's looking at you for quality gameplay, for high athleticism, high gameplay, high skill. No. You think you're the quarterback when you're the mascot, the one that everyone makes fun of. Well, I guess you could be the water boy too. But yeah, and still, after that, people are not supported. And what happens? Blaming everyone, burning everything down, and saying that he's not the problem, everyone else is. And he stays overtime, trying to get money. But guys, it didn't work. By the way, shout out to Joe. How you doing, my friend Joe? And DSP's going to complain that you, that's right, you are not giving him money for the game he likes.
So the point I'm making is this, all right? This is the point I'm making, and I hope you guys will listen and understand, all right? So, the whole idea here is... Who is this idiot? Get this idiot out of here. This game, yes, it's a competitive fighting game, but I'm not part of the FGC, nor do I want to be. So I want to enjoy a game for what it is, okay? I'm not even kidding you when I tell you this stream is actually my worst performing stream of the entire week. And that includes me playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag, a 13-year-old game. Dark Souls 2, which I've already played twice before. Pokemon, which everyone complains about and claims isn't good because I've played it too much. And Final Fantasy VI, okay? Every other game I played this week did better than the new release. Earlier today was a well-supported stream where all the support came in early during the podcast, And someone gave a ton because they wanted to see me unpack Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Okay? It literally had nothing to do with the game. That's why there was support. So this is why I get disappointed. This is why I get disheartened, is because I want to do variety content for you. People tell me they want variety content, right? This is a unique fighting game. This is not Street Fighter. This is not Tekken. It's not Mortal Kombat. It doesn't even play anything like any other fighters that I usually play. So this morning, I gave it an honest shot, right? I played through Doom's story. I went online for like 45 minutes. The online wasn't very good, but I played it as much as I could. Tonight, I played another story because I wanted to try other characters, right? I'm playing the content of the game. It's a new release. This is the content of the game. Now, I'm not an FGC guy. I'm not going to play this 10 days in a row because everyone's just going to complain if I do that I'm playing it too much, right? But I'm just doing what everyone else does or is allowed to do. But because I'm Darkside Phil, I have to put up with a bunch of toxic shitbags who literally all night spammed chat complaining that I wasn't playing online. Not everyone. I want to make that clear. But there's a lot of them, okay? I don't care, all right? But then, in tandem with that, what's frustrating is I want to enjoy a variety of games, and I can't. For example, tonight, I made $60 playing this all night. On other night streams this week, I made thousands of dollars. Not to say that that's common, but usually I do pretty good. I made $60 because I'm playing a new fighting game, and I'm not just playing online, and I'm not raging because I'm losing. So what incentive do I have to play fighting games, right? Unless it's the classics, which I love. What incentive do I even have to play fighting games? And people say, well, why didn't you play the Avatar fighting game? Because it's the same situation. It's a game that doesn't play like other fighters. I would have to learn it from scratch. No one cares. No one wants me to learn. They either want me to lose and be frustrated to make rage bait content for my detractors, right? Or if I take the time to try to learn it, or I do the content that's in the game, everyone just complains. So what incentive is there to play this? You know what I'm saying? Honestly? And that's my problem. That's why I was actually really skeptical about even buying it, was I didn't know if people were going to buy into it. And I could tell you definitively today, the actual support I got for the game, they did not. People did not buy into it whatsoever. You know? This is something new. It's something different. I can't just get good at it instantly. I want to play through the content of the game. I feel like number one, what would I absolutely most like to do with this? Play the episodes, because that seems to be their major focus outside of the online competitive play. That's the focus of the game, and it's good. The episodes are entertaining, they're fun, they're well written, they're well animated. Everything is good about those episodes, right? And at least playing those, I'd at least get a taste of each character, because you play with each character at least once, right? So I feel like that's what I would want to do if I play again. But if I do, all that's going to happen is everyone will just sit there and complain, saying I'm not playing online, spamming my chat like they're doing right fucking now, and not supporting. And that's what frustrates me. So I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. And certainly I'm not trying to yell at positive people, because a lot of you were very positive tonight. I appreciate that. Most of you were in the YouTube chat who were positive. Okay, most of you were. The Kick chat tonight has been absolutely nothing but completely toxic assholes. Okay? They were expecting me to go online and lose endlessly, and I didn't give them what they want. So now they're like a bunch of whiny little brats stamping their feet. Oh, we didn't get gameplay to make fun that Phil sucks at this game. No, you didn't. You didn't. Fuck you. I don't care. You're meaningless. You're insignificant humans. If you were finger snapped, no one would care. That's why you're sitting here trolling my chat. Because if you had a life, you'd be doing that life right now. Do you get it? But anyway, when I play this again next week, is anyone going to come by and show up and support? Or is it going to be a bunch of whiny bitches saying, why aren't you playing online? Right? Pork Bun Princess, this isn't me crashing out. This is me calling you a bitch because you're a fucking bitch. You are a bitch. You're a worthless human. You're a toxic individual who adds nothing to human existence. If you didn't exist, no one would care. That's what I'm telling you. That's not me crashing out. That's me calling you a fucking bitch. How do you like it? Anyway.
Remember, guys, he doesn't care about what people say. Yeah, now leave your bedroom saying that to face to someone. Yeah, he would never do that. Remember, every time he'd be face to face with somebody, what would he do? Oh yeah, hide in the closet, hide in the bathroom, get on his knees for Jaha, and say, "Oh, dude, I'm just an alcoholic, dude." And now we have another crash out from DSP again about money. But then he says the game is so bad, like really, really bad. People that made it, they don't know what they're doing, dude. Even though in the first stream, when money was high, he loved the game. In the night stream, when the support is low, he hates the game. And of course, calling FGC cheap, saying that they're kissing the butt, trying to get a paycheck, and they're sellouts. Of course, Phil knows all about morality and virtue. He was raised Roman Catholic, dude. And he tells the FGC to stop supporting slop.
Those who did, like, I know Jade and King Michael and a few others were very nice and were enjoying. So what incentive do I have to play fighting games, right? Unless it's the classics, which I love. What incentive do I? Everyone in the FGC is a fucking tryhard because they've made all execution in fighting games so easy that there's no more skill level needed to just do that shit. All you need to do is study. It's like a bookworm. Oh, I studied online. I watched a bunch of videos. Now I could just do 50% combos on a whim. No one can just play fighting games online and have fun anymore because the FGC ruined it. I'm going to repeat what I just said. The FGC ruined fighting games. They're not fun anymore because they all made it about studying everything and knowing it day one. That's not fun. Quote me on it. Clip me on it. You ruined fighting games when you made it that every player needs to know every piece of the meta day one, or they can't even have fun in an online match. You ruined your entire hobby. You ruined your community. You ruined the games. Now, why would anyone want to casually play this game when the first match online, someone destroys them with 50% combos off of a jab? No one will. They're just going to play it with their friends offline, and that's it. Then throw it away. Unbelievable. It really is. Like, there's no time for fun anymore in fighting games. It really annoys me. I grew up at a time when fighting games were absolutely fun to play day one, and they're not anymore. They're just annoying. Unreal. But yeah, tonight is frustrating. Tonight is, with the attitudes and the behavior of these idiots over here, and the fact that there was almost no support for the brand new game. Yeah, that does upset me. So, okay. So all you on Kick tonight who are toxic, I'm not hosting anyone. You can go do whatever you want with your time, but I'm not going to dump toxic people on top of somebody else. I'm not. I refuse. And I will see you all on Sunday, okay? Everyone.
Yeah, because Phil, you have to realize something. The age of discovery, when you played it, was in the 90s, before the internet. Now, everything is instant. And of course, your mind is way back in the 90s, and you've been left behind. You're a dinosaur. You don't understand how today works. And this is the same guy who would post up videos about Street Fighter, how to do stuff. He had his own YouTube channel called DSP Street Fighter, where he would give you tips and guides of how to play the player, how to play the character. But when he does it, it's good. When anyone else does it, they're ruining the whole thing, dude. Rules for thee, not for we. And you also have to understand, Phil, everything is online all the time. So as soon as a game comes out, people are going to make videos about it. It's not just the FGC. Everyone makes videos, Phil. You're just an old man with your fist in the air yelling at the clouds. He's absolutely miserable. Imagine being this comfortable, being so dysfunctional. Yeah. Hey, now he got first white plays at Evo. Yeah. And look at this, guys. $63 with 25 from Jax. Man. Remember, that $2,000 memory hole gone like it never even happened. What's going on? Urban Style Individual. What's going on, my friend? Big fan of yours. Then we have, do I hear trumpets? I'm not a successful man. I just worked half day bagging groceries and being a wagey. good news. In that 4 hours, I made twice the money you made. Embarrassing at DSP Gaming. And then would you look at that? When money's low, 17-minute daily wrap. It's amazing how when he gets all the money in the world, he has like a 2 or 3 minute daily wrap. Then all of a sudden, when money's low, 17 minutes, and it's all about how you did not give him money to play the game, but that's also his job to play the game. So you have to pay him to keep doing his job. But when you do that, you have to do it every single stream going forward. Because he needs that momentum, dude. He really needs it. Oh, yeah. You're a cool dude, Urban Style. I like your stuff. And then he puts this out. We're getting to that moment of the week, guys. Oh, I am having major problems with my streaming/capture PC. Right while broadcasting, it shut down. When I try to turn it back on, only certain things are working. RAM is lighting up, video card light is on, but fans don't move. Looks like a major issue. Not good at all. And in this stream right here, you can tell the difference that Darziak made. And don't get me wrong, Darziak is a weird, creepy person. A 300-year-old gay dragon with cum inflation fetish. But you can tell he handheld DSP through every single thing, as you're going to see here. And to give you a little hint of how DSP handles things, this is DSP not knowing about studs on a wall and where they're placed.
I have never heard of drywall that in some spots is thicker than another spot. But it seems like this drywall is like that because that one went in completely perfect all the way to the wall, snug, sweet, fine. But further down on the exact same drywall, right here, it went through and wouldn't secure. I have no idea how that's even possible. It doesn't even make any logical sense, but I'm just not going to question it. I'm just going to keep going because I want to finish this tonight.
I can't imagine being like 45 years old and not understanding the most basic things ever. And he puts this out. PC is down. Need help to figure this out. And what he's going to do is he's going to go on his phone and broadcast. And keep in mind, he has 2 PCs, so his streaming PC is down. He still has his gaming PC. So what he could do, and this is a quick fix, is attach the camera to his gaming PC and then just broadcast from there. That's all he had to do. But he doesn't understand that. The panels are for the spiders to hide behind. Phil has a talent for gathering all the internet weirdos and making his streams a safe haven. Yeah, it's the misfits of the internet. Phil's streaming PC will go out. The Mobo is trash. That is true. And I told you this before. He's using filters. And look at him on his phone camera. He looks so much older. He looks worse. And also, he made fun of LTG, which LTG is a POS. But he made fun of LTG for using filters on his stream, when in fact, Phil was using filters on his stream at the exact same time. Now, remember that clip where DSP said he stopped working out for like 2 or 3 weeks. But now, this is before that clip where he says he's gaining weight, but it's muscle weight. These two things do not go together. You do not stop working out, but start gaining weight and muscle weight, Phil. That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, Dark Side Chris, I know. I've lost an insane amount of weight. I'm down to, well, actually, I started gaining weight again because I'm gaining muscle now. So I went all the way down to like around 160, but now I'm up to 165 again. And I haven't gained any weight, so I'm gaining muscle from working out now. So yeah, I've hit that level where I've lost enough, and now I'm gaining muscle mass. So that's great. Anyway.
And you can tell the look away at the end is like, he doesn't believe even what he's saying. Phil, you've aged 30 years and 18 months. That's scary. That is true. And this is so Phil. Instead of turning on the room lights so he can see inside the PC, he gets a flashlight and starts looking at his PC. Even the simplest little things, Phil messes up. I've never seen anyone mess up as much as DSP, yet still turd wrangle all his dents in. Did you see someone showed his ceiling with no smoke detector and the same area now had one and it's claiming it's always been there? Oh, don't worry. We're going to talk about that in this stream as well. So we have that lined up. And look at this, dude. Look at this buff muscle, dude. By the way, look at these calves right here. Look at these roided out calves here. Look how skinny these legs are. By the way, look at that gut right there. Look at how skinny these arms are. Look at this light bulb head right here. Yeah, Phil is buff, dudes. It's hard to believe he isn't baiting us. Yeah. But remember, roided calves, dude. And now, someone's going to say that you should do this on your off time, figure out what's wrong. And remember, DSP always said he used to build computers. So this is something he should be able to fix. But now he's saying he can't do it offline because his wife's at work. They only have one car. And he has to bring it to a PC center for them to fix it. So instead of doing that, he is on camera telling his dents, tell me how to fix this. Of course, free labor. And you know he's expecting money for this as well.
Well, here's the thing. See, nothing here says, end your stream, work on getting it fixed, start an earlier evening stream. If I end the stream, I can't fix it. I don't know anything about this. You guys have to help me. I don't know how to fix it. I can't go to a repair shop. I don't have a car. My wife's at work. She's not even home till 4 p.m. You know? And probably by the time she's home with a car, even if I find a repair shop.
And then he crashes out again. So this is the second time he's going to crash out about the Safeway pick. He's still going to say it's real, but then saying how the internet had a reaction to it because people would make fun of how old he looks. And he's going to talk about filters and lights and its projection by DSP. And he's going to cover up and say that, oh, the natural light from the store makes him look old, but the light in his room is actually just because there's RGB light bouncing off of his face. That's why his face looks red. No, Phil, your face looks red because you've been drinking like an alcoholic.
220 with 500 kicks saying we need to know if the Safeway picture is real. Now, here's the thing. I didn't know what on earth you guys were talking about yesterday because no one brought it up or explained it. All you had to do was tell me what was going on, and I would have been like, oh. So someone finally told me about it last night on the late stream. So here's what happened. Probably a couple months ago. I'm not exactly sure when it was, but it actually wasn't recently. It was a bit ago. I was at the grocery store and someone recognized me. And they said, hey, are you Darkside Phil? I said, yup. And he was like, wow, the guy was actually like, how can I say? He almost seemed starstruck is the best way to describe it. Like he couldn't believe that he was meeting me in person. To me, it's like, who cares? I'm no one. I'm some dude who streams on the internet. Like, who gives a shit, right? But the guy was kind of like taken aback, like, whoa, it's DSP. I can't believe it. Now, the guy was perfectly nice. And he was like, can I get a picture? I said, sure. So we posed or whatever. He took the picture. And then he just said, oh, man, it's so cool to catch you, in real life. And he says, all right, I hope that you have a good day. And that was it. Like, that was the entire interaction. And that was the end of it. People ask me all the time, hey, did you ever run into people in real life who recognize you or whatever, and how did they react and how do you react? It was a perfectly normal, reasonable interaction. He was a nice person. I gave him a picture, and that was it, okay? To be honest with you, I was surprised that no one brought it up because I know how much people stalk my stuff on the internet and look for, oh, look, here's something to do with DSP, right? So it's been months, I think. I want to say this happened probably like June. I could be wrong. I think it was like earlier June. Those crazy, obsessed trolls must be slacking to take this long to find it. But I guess people are saying they found this picture on the internet and now all of a sudden the detractors are talking about it. Why? I'm here on camera literally every day. You get to see me in full HD. Why does the picture matter? Are you fucking stupid? The answer is yes, you are. If you think that picture is any different than when you see me here all day, every day, you're an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, huh? What? You're weird. You're a fucking obsessed weirdo. Anyway, so there was no problem at all. It was good. The guy, I give the guy props because he was very nice and very courteous. And after taking the picture, he just let me go on with my day. He didn't bug me or nothing. He was just like, all right. So there you go. Of all things so weird, I got an email. And the email says, so I saw the picture of you at the supermarket. And it says, I think your camera filter or your camera settings are bad. Because every day on camera, your face looks overflushed. Like every single day on camera, your face looks like it's red or irritated. But in the picture, your face wasn't red or irritated. Someone actually sent me this email. So let me make a formal response. I'm normal. I'm a normal person. Maybe many of you are not, if this is your reaction to seeing a very arbitrary picture of me on the internet, but I'm a normal guy. My skin isn't falling off my face. I have normal reactions when people have normal reactions to me. Like, it's very normal. Honestly, kind of very boring, okay? I don't know what you were expecting, all right? But if you're wondering about my face, you say, oh, his face looks flushed. Like, right now I'm looking at my camera, and I would argue my face looks a little pink. Do you want to know why? Look at my room. What's going on in my room right now? There's lights. The lights shine on my skin. Hence, my skin looks a certain way because I have LED lights on in my room. So, of course, my skin looks a certain way here as composed or compared to me being out in the open in a grocery store where it's all the blinding white or blue light that they have to light the store. Of course, I'm going to look different. Literally, normal people would not have any kind of reaction to this entire situation. They'd just be like, oh, look, there's a nice picture of DSP at the supermarket. That's nice. And they would immediately move on. Instead, you guys yesterday kept like tagging, like saying and alluding to this picture in my chat without ever explaining to me what the hell you were talking about. Like it was some kind of a super secret or something. It was a picture I took with someone and I willingly gave them permission to take it. So why would I care that it's on the internet? This isn't some like covert thing. Like, what are you... All I'm going to say is a lot of people are freaking weirdos. Not the guy who took the picture. He's the most normal guy in this whole situation. He had a normal reaction. He saw someone who he knew from the internet. He thought it would be cool to have a picture. He was a little starstruck, but he was very courteous. And that was the end of the interaction. You guys reacting like this are fucking weirdos.
Phil, another crash out from the Crash Out King. You can see clearly in the store picture is just skin bunching up. He's on something like Ozempic. Yeah. No one calls them normal. It's subjective term. Binders of Pokemon cards and lots of tech junk. Yeah. Miserable fuck. Look at this picture right here, by the way. This is Phil in HD on his phone. Look how old he looks. Looks like, first he looked like he was in the 60s. Now he looks like in the 70s. He's like, Grandpa's confused. Huh? What's going on? I don't know where I am. And then, this is why Darziak is needed. Phil is going to lash out. He needs to do this, and he needs to fix this right now.
Yak Almighty says, does your motherboard show any codes? I have no idea how the motherboard would show codes. There's no digital display on my motherboard.
Again, this guy said he used to build PCs all the time, but he didn't know what to do. And look at that. We had a person come in, a whale. Never talked before in stream, but all of a sudden, today, he started talking and throwing money around. What a shock. If he was a gay man, I'd snap him up. Oh, you're talking about Phil? That's interesting. And look at him squinting, trying to look at the phone. So he's trying to read the chat here. True alien-style human, that's right. It's a light on the top or right edge. Definitely never built PCs before. So this is DSP trying to tell people, what? I can't see. What are you trying to say, Kirk? This is so old man coded. It's not even funny. This is the true DSP coming out on this stream.
Kurt, what are you saying, Kurt? I need help, and he's trying to help. The 12V rail is dead. You need a new PSU. That PSU is a piece of junk. I don't even know how to look at the connect. People are saying he's not looking at the connections. Where are they?
And also keep in mind, he says he has problems seeing things up close, and he also has a problem seeing things from far away. But he refuses to wear glasses. His eyes are closed, WTF, yeah. I like it when he wears his lesbian glasses. The peakness of fitness. Yeah, remember guys, he can get out of a chair. That shows how fit he is. Grandpa needs help remembering. Grandpa needs help remembering his Google password. He looks like an angry, bitter old drunk. Grandpa Maxon. Come on, guys. Who wouldn't want a piece of that? DSP is the top of my boat. Seriously looking like he belongs in a retirement home. Growing old gracefully equals won't wear glasses. Strange. Man, yeah. Also, keep in mind, like he said, he can't see up close and he can't see from far away. I wonder why he has problems in games and seeing stuff. Now, thankfully, this is Bad Banner, who condenses the entire stream, like 4 hours, down to one single clip of 13.5 minutes. So this is a sample, a montage of the moments that happen during this tech live stream, and get ready for some of the dumbest things you've ever heard.
Let's see here if this even shows up on my page. I don't know if it's going to. It said I went live, but I don't know if I am live. Here it is. Okay. Here I am. I can see myself on my PC. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my selfie stick to do this. This will be my first opportunity to use it. I'm actually going to use this thing, and we're going to try to figure this out together, guys, because my PC is having major issues, and I think they're power supply related, and we got to try to figure this out. If it's a way to fix it or whatever, I have no clue. The PC is not good. I'll tell you in a second. You guys can hear me, right? The PC is not good right now. It's a bad situation. My hair is going to look terrible because, you know, it's not exactly a good hair camera angle here. Okay? So here's what just happened. I was streaming and all of a sudden my PC turned itself off. Just off completely. Now this actually happened last week. Remember I told you I tried to upload a DSP pack rips video? And only when I tried to upload this specific video, okay, would the PC kept turning itself off. Just one video. When I tried to upload other videos, no problem at all. So I was like, what's causing it? I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah, I gotta say, look at this right here. Look at this bald part right here. It looks even worse on his camera. Because look how lopsided that is in actual HD. Because it's like shifting to the left or to the right here. And he's got all that real estate right there. That is insane.
Understand what's happening.
When he shaves his head, eventually that's going to happen. That is definitely going to look like a light bulb right there. For the record, the power supply is not junk. It's $75 PSU from Corsair. But you can get unlucky. Mine is over $269.99 retail, but mine is broke, so I RMAD'd it. People's eyebrow hairline. Shout out the champs, Misery Merchants. Yeah, Misery Merchants are awesome. The reason he's scared of this camera because of his normal camera, he's always press his hair down every 30 seconds. Yeah. That is insane. It's like he's got, like, this part right here should be in the middle. It's like his hair shifted to the right here. That should be in the middle. That's insane.
Happening. So then I edited that video and then I went to upload it again and it never happened again. So I thought it was just something to do with the video. Apparently not. Apparently there's obviously something going on, maybe with the power supply of the PC. I'm not sure. Maybe the motherboard. I don't know. The PC just turned itself off in the middle of me streaming. I basically turned off the power switch, turned it back on, and then tried to turn the PC on. And here's what's going on. There's power to my mouse. There's power to my keyboard. There's power to my monitor, which makes sense. The monitor's plugged in separately. That would make sense. There's no power currently to my Roland Bridgecast, which makes no sense. There's no power to the Stream Deck. I'm looking at the PC right now. The RAM sticks are lit up. Graphics card has a red light that turns on. That's on. But the fans are not turned on at all. And the fans are supposed to turn on, have lights, and they're not. So I have no idea what's going on. Did the power supply die? I don't get it. Could it be the motherboard is gone? If that's the case, that's terrible. That means the PC is shot. Like, what am I going to do? Right? I can't just get another motherboard and change all the components. So I don't know what's happening right now. I'll show you. I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to bring you over there. Okay?
Yeah, that RGB light goes all around the room. So it goes from his door, around his setup, and then around to the corner where his like file cabinet and desk are at. Yeah, mine used to use Japanese capacitors and components for better heat resistance. That's why it's so expensive. You can get it now for 160. Oh, that's nice. Like a nervous twitch, the way he passed down his hair, his lips max, it snores, the more anxious he feels, the worse the frequency. That is true.
Let's go together. Oh my God! Okay, so, you ready? Here it is. So as you can see, the RAM is on. There's a red light on top of the graphics card that's on. That's it. No fans on. Nothing is turned on. But everything plugged into the motherboard, like the keyboard, the mouse, the capture device is working. So that's what confuses me. What's confusing me is that the stuff is like the capture device work, because I'm seeing right now it's passing through the capture device, it's getting power, and it's working right now. It's going to my monitor.
Didn't he have to program them individually to the RGBs? Yes, he did, because he has a program. And guys, everyone keeps forgetting, because everyone talks about the money he wastes. DSP is paying a monthly subscription for his RGB lights. I'm not joking with you. I'm not shitting with you. He pays a monthly subscription to change the colors of his RGB lights. And also, I think he's still paying for mod or Nexus mods, even though he doesn't use the mods. And you don't actually have to pay for it.
So you guys saw what I saw. I'm not going to be able to smell the power supply. I don't smell anything burnt in here, but this room is so full of everything, you never tell. Well, here's the thing. See, nothing here says, end your stream, work on getting it fixed, start an earlier evening stream. If I end the stream, I can't fix it. I don't know anything about this. You guys have to help me. I don't know how to fix it. I can't go to a repair shop. I don't have a car. My wife's at work. She's not even home till 4 p.m. And probably by the time she's home with a car, even if I find a repair shop, they're going to be closing. Yeah, I definitely don't need a new PC entirely, I don't think. Something broke. Here's my problem. If it's the PSU, I feel like I would be able to buy another PSU and install it myself, and we'd be fine. If it's not, if it's the motherboard, I'm screwed. I can't figure out how to remove all those components, reseat them in a new motherboard and everything. I'll never do that. Yak Almighty says, does your motherboard show any codes? I have no idea how the motherboard would show codes. There's no digital display on my motherboard. GT500 just did $5. Says, does your motherboard show an error code? It would be on a digital display. My motherboard doesn't have a digital display. Neither of my motherboards have a digital display. I don't even know what you're talking about. Red light on the GPU typically means power delivery failure. See, here's the thing, because some people are like, oh, check the power cable on the graphics card. Why would that not make the fans work? At the very least, let's say the graphics card was malfunctioning. Why aren't the fans turning on? Right? That's a kind of a telltale sign, though, that the fans won't turn on. I don't smell any burn smell, but that doesn't mean anything. I told you guys I did notice that it smelled like last night, and this morning it smelled musty in here. But it smells like that usually when there's when the filter and the air conditioner is dirty, but I just cleaned it recently. Maybe it did. Maybe the power supply, it did actually fry. I don't know. Open it up and check cables and things to see if they're loose. I don't know where the cables even are. I guess I could try. I guess what I could do, again, unplug it, roll it out, because it is on a stand, so I can roll it out and check cables and stuff and make sure nothing has been loosened in there or something. Why would I reseat the RAM? The RAM is turning on. The RAM literally has power right now. Okay, we're going to have to try. Let's do this. Let's try this stuff you guys are suggesting. Let's go over there together. I'll roll out the PC. I'll take the side off. I'll unplug it, and we'll mess with stuff. We'll see if if the cables are loose or whatever. Okay, let's go. I really think I'm feeling it's the power supply, because like I said, this happened last week when I was trying to upload a certain video. It turned off as well, and people were like, it's probably something to do with the power supply. Something's triggering it to turn off, and now it's finally, it crapped the bed. I don't think it's the motherboard, because how is other stuff turning on? That doesn't make sense to me. If the motherboard was completely fried or whatever, I don't think other things would be turning on. All right, so here, the power button does nothing now. The power button literally has no effect when I press it. Nothing. So I'm just going to flip the switch on the power supply to turn it off entirely. Okay, power supply is off. Now I'm going to unplug the PC from the wall. Okay. Oh, I unplugged the wrong thing. Shit. I accidentally unplugged the UPS. Oops. That's fine. It'll power back up now. The PC is now completely unhooked from any power. I'm going to roll it out. Okay, so it's rolled out. Here it is. And no, there's no lights. That's reflecting the PC from the other side of the room. So here it is, and I guess what I got to do is try to figure out, how do I access this stuff? I don't know. I've never done this before. Where did I put the flashlight? Shoot. Hold on, let me get the flashlight. See, there's all these cables. So I guess what I got to do is make sure all the cables are secure, not loose. The problem is, as you can see, the power supply is underneath here, in its own caged off area in this case. So I've never gone in there. I don't even know how to get into that area of the cage.
Yeah, that's all he had to do was, if he wanted to stream, put his webcam on his other PC, install OBS, and all of a sudden he can stream. But no, he has to waste people time like this.
I don't know. I think it has its own door right here. Like this thing right here is its own door, and then this is for the top. So this is the top, this is the bottom of the case. So I guess if I take out the PSU, I have to just remove it from the bottom, and it goes into its own like little cage thing there. So I don't even know where to start. What do you guys think? What cables do I start to check here? Right? Yeah, it's thumb screws, so it's easy. So should I check the cords coming out of the PSU? Should I check the cords going into the graphics card? Like, what am I checking here? How do I make the chat bigger? I want to make the chat bigger. I have no idea how to do this on here. I have no idea how to do this. I've never done streaming from the phone before, so I have no idea how to make the chat to be different position. It sucks. I want to get it in a different spot, and I can't. Cable going into the graphics card. Press the graphics card into the motherboard. Probably something loose. I know how to open the case. What I'm saying is I don't know what cables to check. Because see on the back, I can take the top off and get into this part, or I can take the bottom off and look at the PSU. Here, let me unplug the power cable from the PSU too. It's not getting power anyway. It's already not even plugged in, but there you go. Let's see here. Because if I take these off, this should open the bottom, and I should be able to see the PSU. I've never done this before. I've never taken this part off. Yeah, look, there it is. So it is a Kratos Gold 750G. See that? A Kratos Gold. Woohoo. Probably not even good. Oh my god. This is a mess. This thing is fucking ridiculous. It's got 1 million cables. Just look at this. Look how many cables are going into this. Look at that. There's a giant wad of cables in there. So I don't know what to look at. Like, there's 1 million fucking cables. I don't know what's what. None of them look loose or anything. They all look fine. I don't know if I can get into this from the other side. I don't know how it works. You might be able to. This is a mess. Luckily, this case comes apart with the screws easily. You just use the hand screws to take the side off the case. This top one is stuck. Great. There we go. Oh, man, that was on tight. Okay, so I think the whole side, yeah, easily comes off the case like that. Oh my god. So the problem is now all these cables are going to get pulled when I turn this thing. Oh, and this fucking thing's in the way. God damn it. Get out of there, piece of shit. This is a pain in my ass. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I just need a new PSU. Oh, my PSU had all kinds of shit. It says silent mode, on, off, and it's set to on. I don't even know what that means. And it had a button that said RGB lighting. I didn't even know it had that button at all, so I've never done anything with that. I don't know if that affects anything there. I've never touched those things. I don't know if they actually do anything. Huh. Now it seems I actually have access to the PSU and all the cables. You see, this is the cable management they did. They got the wires all going here. It's all managed on the side of the case. I don't see any loose cables or anything. Everything looks fine here. Like, why would I mess with any of this? How could this possibly be loose, you know? It looks fine. I don't know. I'm not swapping PSU from the gaming computer. The gaming computer works. I'm not fucking with that. That'd be crazy to break that one. Kurt, what are you saying, Kurt? I need help, and he's trying to help. The 12V rail is dead. You need a new PSU. That PSU is a piece of junk. I don't even know how to look at the connect. People are saying he's not looking at the connections. Where are they? Where do you see the fucking connect? There's so many cables. There's no way you could see anything plugged into anything. It's too much of a Medusa mess. I can't tell. That's the problem. Check the end of the wires plugged into the GPU and into the motherboard. So forget about the stuff plugged into the PSU there. Go into the actual computer and check the connections to the motherboard and PSU. Okay. Not powerful enough PSU, I'm being told. It was too weak. Get one that's gold rated. This one is gold rated. This says it's a 750 gold. This says Kratos Gold P1A 750G. So apparently this was a gold rated PSU. Can I use the rear camera? There you go. There's the rear camera. I just realized I had it. Yeah. Here is the PSU. It's got a Medusa, bunch of cables here, as you can see. It's all big Medusa cables. So I guess what I'll do, forget this. I'm going to put the back on. I'm going to go inside the PC and look at the connections plugging into the PC. That's what I'll do. So let me get the stuff back on. Let me get this side back on. I really hope it's the PSU. I'm going to check on, I guess, the connection of the wire to the graphics card. I can't see where the motherboard plugs in. I think right there, maybe that right there is where it plugs in. So maybe I got to check that. And I got to check this. Maybe those are the two. And I see up there, there's some too. So just check all these wires here to make sure none of them are loose. I don't think they are. They look fine. And I haven't moved the PC. So it doesn't make sense that any of that would affect anything. But I'll check. trying to position my flashlight, and it won't do it. It won't just position so I can see. Okay. The PSU is dead. You have a short on the main power rail, says someone. All right. I think I'm gonna buy a new PSU. I'm gonna need your guys' help to figure out which one to buy. I'm gonna buy a new one and try to rush ship it here today so I can do this because I can't stream with no PC, obviously. So, I mean, why would this be loose? It's not. It's plugged in fully, from what I can see. Yeah, you're right. I probably want to order a PSU. Let me hook everything back up one more time. Gonna roll it back into position here. You saw what just happened, right? I just turned on the power and it flashed. So here's what happens when I push the power button. Ready? Oh, the fans are turning on. The fan's turning on. That didn't happen before. That's a good sign. The red light is off on the GPU. That's a good sign. So what's going on? It's working. It's booting. Guys, it's booting. It's booting. I don't know why. It's booting now. Could it have been a loose cable on the GPU and I touched it and it fixed it? Yeah, I just booted up. It totally booted up. It's working fine. I don't get it. And the thing is, like, I don't get it. The PSU, you think the PSU is dying. People are saying, we think the PSU is dying. You're probably right. Keep in mind, the PSU was set to silent mode, and I have no idea what that means. Silent mode? What is a silent PSU mode? It doesn't even sound right. It sounds like it shouldn't have been set to that. It almost sounds like it was on like a power management cycle or something that it shouldn't have been on. Silent mode means it tries not to use a fan and it gets hotter. That doesn't sound like anything that I want. I want it to be cool. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like it was a bad idea to even have that in the power supply. What a nightmare. It's power management? That's stupid. I turned it off. I didn't know it existed, so I turned it off. It's working now, by the way. I'm trying to get it set up right now. I mean, yeah, I definitely learned something. I had no idea, like you guys just told me, I had no idea that the red light on the graphics card meant that the graphics card was malfunctioning, didn't have power. Now I learned that. That's something new that I need to remember. Should I get a new power supply? You guys think I should just get a new one anyway?
Yeah, guys, that was a 3-second fix that could happen in 3 seconds, but Phil stretched it out to like 4 hours. That is the DSP way. And he had the night stream where he also did a text stream as well. Maybe he's playing 5D though. He's still going 15 years later with all this BS. Oh yeah. Remember, King Snake, he's the puppet master. He orchestrated everything, dude. And then goes on to say that Cat's PC has been bricked for ages. Apparently, when they did an update, it bricked it. So she's been playing on the mini PC. So let me get this straight. You get $2,000. You get the Kino Casino money. You get the Asmin Gold money. And your wife needs a new PC. And you go, nope, I'm going to buy some toys for myself. What an amazing husband. He risked damaging everything by fucking with it. He had it all plugged in while fucking with it. I'm willing to bet that's going to be an issue in the future, too. And we saw that was part of the clips there. Apparently, one of the dents was not very happy. This is a dolphin here, too. Felix the Maid. Maybe buy less stupid trading cards and buy a backup PC since your whole career revolves around this PC. How many graphic cards worth of trading cards did you buy? Are you regretting it? You keep touching your beard, by the way. Do you think you could have bought her, his wife, a new PC with all the money you spent on trading cards? It's crazy. Your wife doesn't have a working PC yet. You keep buying boxes of trading cards. You haven't done this for like 20 plus years. You still don't have a backup plan, but at least you have 5 binders full of Pokemon cards. DSP Gaming, you going to be a dick to everyone that trying to help? Is this why they troll you, by the way? Why don't you ask Grok like everything else? Do you find it's weird your wife doesn't have a working PC, yet you keep buying these trading card packs? If her card broke down the same day a new Pokemon set releases, which are you going to put money towards first? Be honest. Funny though, last June he had a whale donate $1,600 in similar circumstance last year. There was some demented whale out there with more money than sense. Yeah, that was Thomas, I believe. He'll going to buy a new PC in 2027. That is right. And then we have this here. So Phil still complaining in the night stream in the chat about all this stuff. And we have Sweet Rose here. Oh, thank goodness you got the modular. Regular ones are off of for cables. And we have tubs. ChatGPT says it takes about 15 to 30 minutes for expedited tech to replace it, and about an hour for someone with little experience. So Phil will probably need 2 streams in OT. That is true. Anything that's like a few minutes takes Phil's hours. Yeah, Cat is just a roommate confirmed. Now, this is something DSP does as well. He's like, well, guys, I guess we're not getting support tonight. I wouldn't want to ask for money since I didn't entertain you. But then tops that off by saying, well, if you guys support, we're going to open up more packs. So Phil's going to guilt trip people saying that, well, I guess we're going to have low support. But then start going, well, if you give me money, we'll do rip packs. This is classic cult personality right here.
Well, guys, I'm literally not going to ask you for contributions. I'm not going to do it because I didn't really entertain you tonight, did I? Not really. I understand some people like it when I'm doing the techie stuff. You got to see it from my phone. You got to hear it with the microphone. That was neat. But I guess I'll just take the hit. What are you going to do? It is what it is. At least hopefully the PSU is now fixed. Well, now XJW just did a $20 super chat. Or excuse me, 2,000 kicks. Which obviously I didn't ask for. Thank you so much. Now it gets us to 101. So I owe you guys a pack of cards. But like I said, we only do the show if we open 2. If we get to 150 tonight, I'll do it. But I'm not gonna ask for anything. I'm not. I don't want to ask for any contributions tonight because I don't feel like I deserve them because I didn't get to entertain you with any content besides messing around, hooking up a PSU.
I'm curious how this whole pack arc is going to end because 90% of his stream is pack related. Oh, it's probably going to end in bankruptcy 2.0 because the earliest he can apply for bankruptcy is 2027, which is just around the corner too. Yeah, support. Oh, someone gave $20. I didn't ask for. Clown world. And now somebody mentioned this before. So people in between the streams were making fun that DSP still had his smoke detector ripped out of the ceiling. And now he's going to fell people and say it was in a different position and it's been changed. Even though we've seen in the past it wasn't where he says it is. And let's just say this is very, very interesting because we have something to show you right after this. But here's Phil trying to fell people, trying to make sure the detractors don't get a win because his smoke detector is ripped out. Because he says as well, people keep trying to make fun of him and showing people that it's ripped out and getting him in trouble, possibly with the HOA.
Hopefully everything lasts. I don't know how long the phone battery lasts. I don't know how long the microphone battery will last. I do have a backup mic if I need it. So we're going to find out all this live together for the first time tonight. First time I'm ever doing something like this. I cannot stream on Kick while I do this. You can't co-stream from a phone to different places. So I can't stream on Kick at all. It sucks. I can only stream on YouTube. So anyone who's on Kick can't watch me. But I would appreciate it tonight if you guys like the content, if you could contribute in some way. All I can see are super chats. That's it. I can't see anything else. Can't see tips. I can see memberships and super chats. That's it. I can't see anything else. When I get back, hopefully the PC will work again. When we get back on there, then I'll be able to see everything. Thank you already. Got a super chat here from Martin. 1 to 10, how am I feeling about this? 6. 6 out of 10. Are you ready? Let's start the stream completely felting the detractors. You ready? Felting them, using the retarded terminology. You ready? So, you ready? As you can see, yes, you can see this in all the shots, the wire there, that's where my old smoke alarm used to be. My old smoke alarm, I haven't had there in many, many years because that doesn't work anymore. That wire is supposed to be a backup wire. For some reason, it stopped working. So, I have a smoke alarm. It's just not there. It's over here. Ready? Actually, I could just do this. It's right there. And it's been there forever, okay? Just that you don't see it because it's on the other side above my, the fan there. The reason I put it there is because it's above the PC. That way, if the PC lights on fire or whatever, and that's, by the way, there's my rabbit, Bunny, who I used to have when I was a kid. I have a little ornament of him on my wall there to remind me of. To all the idiots out there who try to say, he doesn't have a smoke detector or whatever, I always just had one in here. Just it's not on camera, no one cares. But this is the insane minutia that my detractors actually go after to try to say awful things. That just is complete nonsense, Now
keep in mind, he said it's always been there. So we now have this here. So this is from 2025. where he talks about his smoke detector, and then he's going to say there's some throughout the house, but there's not one in the office.
Soul at 2 a.m. Thanks for $2. Says, did you order a new smoke detector? Did I order a new smoke detector? Oh, because you guys, why do you say that? Did you see the one in this office hasn't worked in 100 years, but we have smoke detectors throughout the house. Just I don't have one in this office, if that's what you mean.
You hear that? Last year he said, I don't have one in this office. And also people went back, and that wire's been like that at least around 2013. So that is insane to have it like that. But it also doesn't end there. So somebody pointed this out in the chat as well. And Chat DSP, he is saying that this is the real smoke detector. 1, should not be near any other device. 2, near a ceiling fan blowing air away. So how will it detect smoke? So this is a good point. So he said he put that over in case his PC catches on fire, but the fan's going to blow the smoke away so it can't detect it. So that's an interesting thing there, Phil. The other thing is, what I believe, this is a dummy smoke alarm. So what do I mean by that? So a lot of people, they get dummy security cameras. It doesn't work. It's just there for show. So when people see it, they get scared, like, oh my God, I'm on camera, and they try not to do anything. Same thing here. He'll put it up, but it doesn't actually work. So he can go, see, I have one up here. He's such a douchebag. He's putting his whole family at risk for this. And then, Holmes Pass points out, if you attempt to pig go this, notice all the videos talking about the Velcro or adhesive strips in relation to his detectors are now video unavailable. It was suspected a long time ago he had gotten in hot water with his HOA. And of course, people would probably send HOA these videos saying, oh, he's putting stuff at risk, he doesn't have a fire alarm. And last week, he went on a tear saying that people are trying to get him in trouble, sending stuff to people, which would align with the HOA as well. And now we got a realistic version of what would happen if Phil had a fire in his office here. Now watch this.
Now, guys. Now, guys.
Yeah, so that's what would happen if he had electrical fire in his office. And look at this guy. As Meerkat points out, he's a twink now. So look how skinny that arm is right there. Look at the forearm. Look at the bicep. Look at the neck. But look at that giant head right here. That would be epic. Look at this. His head is way too big for that body. He is like the Crypt Keeper from Tales from the Crypt here. Yeah, so skinny except for his head. And now this is what the night stream was all about. He got his new part, and he's now going to do another tech stream. And as Trigger Point points out, this is going to be a fucking disaster.
Now, I don't think we're going to be able to play Final Fantasy tonight. I just took a look. So what are we doing tonight? Allow me to explain what we're doing tonight. This is the camera, right? I'm looking at it right now. So tonight, I am taking this new power supply, Corsair RM850X ATX modular power supply, okay? And we're installing this into my capture streaming PC. The problem is we need to disassemble the old one first, take it out, and we have to note what cables go where on the motherboard. And I was looking, and there's a lot. I would argue more than 10 cables, and they're all in different places, and they all look completely different. And this is a modular power supply, meaning you need to know which cables to plug in, and I don't know. So we're going to open this and try to figure it out. This is going to be work. This is going to be probably a 2 to 3 hour stream of work and trying to figure this shit out together, and probably me failing. To be honest with you, I've never done this before with a modern PC. I used to do this all the time with PCs 20 plus years ago. That was a long time ago. Things are completely different now. So I'm sure this is not going to be easy to do.
Yeah, Phil, I do agree. It's been 20 years and it is different. It's actually easier now to put computers together than it was 20 years ago. A lot more advancements have happened. And you can just YouTube this, you can Google this, you can chat GPT this. You don't have to waste people's time doing this. But again, it's Phil. He did like 7 streams of clean out his closet, remember? Then we have Darzak himself tagging DSP. Hey Phil, I'll advise you on how to fix your PC for 5 bands. Of course, a reference to LTG there. Then we have these comments. What's wrong with his face? Can you not hold the phone so close to your face, please? I'm eating. You are not human. That is from Iron Cuck Suck Guys. What a name. But not only that, so remember in the first stream, he said, well, I'm not going to ask for money even though he asked for money because I didn't entertain you. Well, now, guys, he's going to make a joke. He's in the bathroom right now with his mic on, talking to people on his stream, washing his hands, doing whatever. And he's joking about shitting and also makes a joke about how he should be showered in support.
My hands, you're going to hear me washing my hands. Very exciting. This is great content that you can hear me do this. Very thrilling. All right, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to come back and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to be surprised by a humongous super chat. It's just going to be like, or like maybe like 50 memberships, right? A big 50 member bomb. When I come back and I say, you guys are going to reward me for the stress. You're going to be like, here you go, Phil. Thanks for streaming this and entertaining us tonight with your ineptitude. Here. And I'm going to be like, wow, it was all worth it. Yeah, right. Actually, I think I have to take a dump. All right, let me take a dump. Here we go. Ready? Take my pants. Here we go. Oh. All right, just a quick one. There we go. All right. Okay.
Also, I want to point out one disgusting fact in here is that he said, oh, okay, gonna take a dump now. I'm pulling down my pants. And then he made a sniffing noise, like he's smelling his own ass or shit or something. Absolutely disgusting. How is this man still on YouTube? Reward my ineptitude, some Harrison. Yeah. Yeah, he's like, oh, I know you guys are going to give me money because this is stressful for me, dude. Give me money, please. I'm stressing out over my computer, dude. What a sick bastard. And look at this. So, Nerdbrew points this out. This is Phil from 1 year ago and Phil from this week. So, this is 1 year and this is from today. So, in 1 year, he aged like 20 or 30 years. I think he was trying to snake laugh, but it definitely sounded like he was taking a whiff. So nasty, yes. I see Phil's recycling his push-up bits, yeah. Oh my god, look how disgusting this is. And even we have more pictures, like, look at this. Like, look how old he looks. Look at the jowls right here. The jowls. The mouth here. Look at the forehead. Look how slanted his forehead is, too. That's like a monster movie right there. And then you got the classic picture there. And then you got him squinting his eyes. Oh my god, it's horrific. It's hard to look away. They should show this at schools and tell you this is what happens if you do drugs. Yeah. That's the stuff of nightmares. He looks like he just went 8 rounds of Mike Tyson. And then we see this here. Phil, out in the open at Chippendales. Ladies' night, all male review. Oh, it's ladies' night and Phil's entering. He's going to see all those in real life dick pics. These are the literal effects of Ozempic type meds, yeah. And now we have Phil. He's taking it further. Not only is he demanding support, he's going to all the dense houses and he's demanding he needs support right now, man.
Guys, open up. I need those donations you promised me. Guys, hello? Support is needed. Guys, open up. I need those donations.
You know what? I can see him getting so desperate that he does that, especially if someone is in his neighborhood. Imagine if his neighbor was a dent. DSP can't wait to get and see Sir Loin the stripper. That is right. And we have this. Phil, you have the most fragile ego I've ever seen. You have no self-awareness and call other people regarded when you in fact are the biggest fool here. Light bulb headed moron. Get a job. And the reason he spelled J-O-B like that is because the word job is banned in his chat. You will look like that by Halloween, yeah. Then we see Phil finally feeling great. Watching all the male strippers here. And he's in his happy place. He's finally found happiness, dudes. After his heart was broken by John Rambo. And Andy. And then we have DSP showing up at a ring camera. Dudes, I got these Pal World cards, dude. I'll suck your dick, dude. Please give me money, dude. I didn't realize Sir Loin is also a steak joke. No stakes. Yeah. He's picking the dollars up from the floor, though. And then we see Phil in his Pokemon room working out in his workout machine here, his Bowflex. Then we see Phil finally in the open with his son here. Derek finally returns. And we have Derek Loves Toronto. Bumped into Darkside Phil at the grocery store today. Super chill guy in person. And then he chloroformed him and brought him into his van. AI even gave him his classic bitch tits. Phil has a backup mic. It just happens it's magic mic, yeah. And then we see Phil with his twin here with all the Pokemon cards. Throw him in the air. He's so happy. It's DSP pack rips, dude. I want to see an AI video of DSP ripping packs as it's a workout. Oh, that's probably somewhere out there. We'll have to find that. It's so funny. Most people don't brag when they're healthy and successful. They just do it. Bragging about it means you're worthless and desperate. That is true. That's a good one, shitbrain. Then we have Grandpa would like the FaceTime and it's a picture of DSP. I can see that as an actual grandpa. That is horrific. Then we have DSP with his snort stacks dragging down like a droopy dog there. Then look at this. This is a more realistic version of Phil. Look at that. That's going to be Phil in 2027 right there. Oh my god, that is horrific. I can't look away. His mouth is actually bigger in this one because he's got a small mouth. That implies he had kids, just no. And then we got Eugenia Cooney, or Clooney, or whatever her name is, and then DSP next together, and we have Pam from The Office. They're the same picture. Cursed. Then we have DSP's arm compared to a chicken wing. I believe the chicken wing actually has more muscle on it than DSP. Stroke Mouth Supreme. Then we have DSP in his very first ad for Ozempic. Adults with type 2 diabetes lost up to 14 pounds. There we go. And DSP smiling for the ad. Yeah, I'm surprised she's still alive too. Then we have DSP's data and profile. His likes, support. Dislikes, lack of support. His ideal match. Someone who's real, supportive, and down to have a good time. And then his about me. Laid back, honest, and just trying to enjoy the ride. I love good convos, laughs, and people who get me. Not here for drama, just here for good company. He's just the guy looking for good vibes. His interest. Gaming, chilling, interacting, fun, and begging. And then he's got the game on, good food, and good convo. Let's level up together. A DSP General Herpes commercial would be a riot, yeah. His interest for casual racism. Then we have Moral Support Master. Phil can't seem to keep mods longer than a couple months. Or friends. Unfortunate. Might be a character defect. We have Joseph Brown. What amazes me is you expect $300+ every day, yet you get a subscription for Netflix, Prime, Hulu, HBO Max, all combined together for 1 month for half that, and get 20 times the value someone could get from you. You know what happened after that? Ban, 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 ban. Gone. Forever. And then we have Drug Side Physique here. And we see Phil. Oh my god, that actually looks somewhat realistic. It just, he has to be a little bit more skinnier than that. And we have, so DSP always puts this picture on where he thinks he's buff and tough. This is a more realistic version here, shout out Lord Diaz, where DSP looks like he's dying like the Crypt Keeper, but he's got to open those pack dudes. He's got to do it. And look at that face. That is the face of a man who loves his wife, loves his life, loves his job. And then we have Phil in about like 3 or 4 months after the Ozempic really kicks in. And we have old man Grandpa Phil here. And then we have DSP quote, "What's hilarious is I have smoke alarms all throughout my house. Those people are so mentally unstable. They say dumb shit like Phil doesn't have smoke alarms." And then in Dark Souls, invaded by dark spirit, detached smoke alarm Phil. Stroke mouth Phil, yeah. Then we have Cat the Obese Hog has gifted a sub to Hold On, Let Me Ban This Moron. He looks more like Abe from Abe Odyssey, a PS1 game from the side view. That is true. And look at this. This is horrific. This is DSP 2027 right here. That's what he's going to look like. Hey, he might look like that in Halloween right here. Look at that. AI's gone way too far. Disgusting. Then we have Megatron. I've been watching DSP for a few weeks now, and notice every stream he asks for money. Does he ever just do a stream to entertain the fans, or is it always about donated money? Megatron, it's always about money. Even when it's not about money, it's about money. He looks like the addict dying of AIDS from sucking off too many people for Pokemon card money. Yeah, he's probably in the back alley sucking people off like, come on, I need that hit, dude. Then we have Jade's mom, Bad Dragon. Hello again, Philip. I think you might have accidentally banned my Jade. I'm sure it wasn't on purpose. You wouldn't break our contract of $20 for his Ultra member, plus one favor for babysitting him. And then this apparently is a real thing. Alt put this out. Someone needs to get in touch with this artist and ask if this intentionally looks like DSP seeking court with the roach, King Asmin, or it's just unbelievable coincidence. Yes, it's real. So this right here, if you remember the cartoon that came out of Asmin Gold and DSP fighting as roaches, this looks exactly like DSP, and this looks exactly like Asmin Gold here. Yeah, apparently that's a real card. And we have Phil, you look frail. Phil, I'm very concerned how frail you've been looking recently. Are you okay? Is there anything you need to get off your chest? Did you receive some sort of diagnosis? Get well soon, King. Diagnosis, I was trying to say. Diagnosis. And then we see Phil out in the wild with Chris Chan there. WOT is a detractor. Finally, the worlds have merged. DSP and Chris Chan together. Then we have Bilbo's anus tumor. We need someone to make this interesting. I can only rattle so much under these conditions. Tyrone, Trayvon, Tevin, assemble. We need the BBC Avengers to save Kat. She's stuck in a well. Damn. Then we have Ricky Berwick. And he's reacting to DSP.
Phil, what are you doing? my Reese's! No!
You bastard. I can't believe you stole his Reese's. The Tyrone and Trevon guy got annoying a month ago. Wizards of the Coast. Okay. Phil in the airport. Oof. Yeah, that's probably when he went to see his mom. Alright, so that, my friends, is the week in review for DSP. However, today we are not done. So we have something special going on this week. So you know what, guys, is premiering this week on YouTube, which is the EDP 445 documentary. And tonight on my second channel, oh, that's not what I wanted. I will be reacting to it. So I'm going to send a link here. So this is my second channel right here. Oh, thank you, Xbox. So this right here is a link to my second channel. So tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we are going to live react to the premiere of the EDP 445 documentary by Mike Klum. So join me there. It'll be a fun time. Ricky, comedic timing, funny, creative, positive attitude, friendly. DSP, none of the above. That is true. So go to that channel, subscribe to it, join me tonight at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and we will have some fun. I'm pretty sure it's going to be very disgusting. And as always, thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the views. Thank you for the engagement. And as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. And I'll see you tonight.